Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm World Dragon and this is Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. We're coming towards the end of Act 1. We have to go back and see a governor. And then we have a nice little fight and we run like crazy. Sorry, I probably should say something like spoiler alert if I'm going to tell you what's about to happen right at the beginning of the stream. But anyway, that's the goal. And hopefully it all goes that way because once again we are playing on Grim Darkness, so... you know, we only have one life. Oh, at least one collective life, because I've had, I don't know, maybe 3 characters be downed so far. And, yeah. Obviously, we're still going, because it's a collective down. Did they watch you anything interesting? No. No, it's fine. I didn't think they would have. Because I don't think we really get rumors. Because the rumors you have to generally travel around the sector for. And we don't get to do any of that until we're out of this star system. So here we are. We have done the Prison Planetoid. We have gotten ourselves a navigator. We have scanned the planet and seen nothing. Unidentified void ship. Huh. I don't remember what was in the unidentified void ship. Have a quick look. I don't want to leave anything behind. The Thunderfang was an introduction to the Pirates of the Void? Fellowship of the Void? Can't remember. Unidentified void ship not explored. Wait a minute. Large object on the lifeless rock covering a planet, a void ship whose signature and origin are impossible to identify from orbit, is resting on the edge of a deep ravine. The hull of the unidentified vessel is severely damaged, rocks around it shattered by the force of gigantic machines crash landing. The augurs haven't detected any vital signs aboard the near vessel. Send a squad to the planet to explore the void ship. The landing party reports via Vox as soon as they touch down. The clot of void ship before them is covered with spikes. It resembles a morbid beast sculpted from darkness itself, menacingly hanging over the ravine. An experienced veteran accurately determines the origin of the unholy vessel. It belongs to the Xenos race called Drukhari. Ready to collapse at any moment, the void ship emits a long, woeful creak, as if promising to drag along into the abyss below anyone who dares disturb its slumber. Orders to send more people to the planet. Anxious, Adira tells the Lord Captain that voices in her head are screaming repeated words: Harbinger, darkness, death. Not wanting to tempt destiny, the rogue trader decides to recall people from the vessel. Xenos is dead when a true servant of the Emperor shouldn't soil their hands with Xenos technology. A void ship to collect any valuable findings. Being the God Emperor's chosen, the rogue trader won't go digging around Xenos trash. The artifacts of the enemy of humanity should be wiped from the Cronus expanse. I'm going to side with Abelard, I think. No, I'm going to get out of there. Receiving the orders to withdraw, the landing party were relieved to leave the planet. The menacing tri void ship stayed behind among the towering rocks of Rykard Majoris. And there it shall stay. Okay, so, no, there was something that we hadn't done, which was interesting. We have done the Prison Planetoid, we have done Uruk 5, and like I said, that was the... I forget what they're called. They're not quite on my side screen, I don't think, yet, but the governor wants to go see me, so... wants to go see me, he actually wants me to come see him. He's being lazy. And we're going to go for that being my preferred party. This is basically... wow, yeah, what a test. The ending fight of this area is going to be the kind of test of Heinrichs as a tank. I know how Abelard does. I had him as my tank for the whole of the last playthrough.
Patience! Oh, my nerves are frayed.
Governor. Greetings again, your ladyship. Master Van Calox, it pleases me to see you in good health. I hope that you accomplished what you intended to do at the Electrodynamic Cenobium. After an uncomfortably long pause, Medina clears his throat and quickly turns to you. Hey, proper factor, nice. Can't express how grateful I am for your help. Now that the insidious heretics' designs have been thwarted, nothing stands in the way of my plans or yours. With Aurora dead, the spirit of revolt is waning. Entire squads of rebels are surrendering. We are witnessing the final days of the uprising. I've already signed the order to allocate 2,000 first-class Voidfarers to you. Their transfer to your ship should begin any minute now. Nice. Got a nice +5 profit factor, which will always be helpful. We'd also like to salute the savior of Rykad Minoris, and have already given the order for a celebration to be held in your honor. We will mark your victory with an ancient custom, the Triumph. You will drive through the city streets accompanied by a guard of honor, as befits a heroine who has vanquished the Imperium's enemies. While your trophies will be displayed to the jubilant crowds. Let me know once you have concluded your business in this system and are ready for the Triumph to begin. Oh, for Grok's sake, what the... Lord Captain, I can't see a thing. Only darkness. Pitch black darkness. Are you being facetious, ma'am? Adira, are you wounded? No, I'm quite alright. There's darkness in my mind, but I haven't gone blind. No, it is the darkness that I see. It is the only thing I see. No idea what that means, but the whole thing reeks. Lord Captain, I don't like the look of it. In the sly... Oh, Adira stares at her hand as she has never seen them before. It's gone. You have no doubt been through a lot lately, ma'am. Small wonder your vision had a dim spell with all this shooting everywhere, let alone all these maimed and maddened insurgents. It will be alright, the festivities will distract you, and you'll feel right as rain again. I'm ready for my triumph. Excellent. We'll see each other at the square then. May the light of the throne be with you. Let's go to the square.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
To the upper way. I wonder how well they've done of clearing the streets now that the insurgency has ended. I hope they are swept extremely well for one of the God Emperors chosen. Otherwise, myself and the governor will be having words. I don't know. I feel like they're loading in a lot of debris. Assume Master of Ceremonies? Yes, Master of Ceremonies. Your Ladyship, Peerless Lady von Valancius. I am the Master of Ceremonies of Rykad Minoris. Everything is in place for your triumph. Allow me to give you a brief summary of the coming event. Speak. You will take the road now familiar to you from here to the starport. You will be accompanied by your comrades in arms and a guard of honor. The body of the heretic known as the Prophet Aurora will be pulled in your wake as a battle trophy. A stop is planned in the middle of the road. There, grateful citizens will rush towards you, praising you for their salvation. Not to worry, this is a thoroughly choreographed interlude. The group of grateful people will be composed exclusively of loyal citizens vetted by us, just like they vetted their guards who betrayed us. Members of the military, young people, attractive and physically fit, a few healthy children. Once they have said their praise, the procession will move on. Governor Medina will wait you by the starport. It is also where the pyre has been built for burning the body of the heretic known as Aurora. You'll be handed a flamer blessed by the representative of the ecclesiarchy. You can choose to personally perform the burning, but if you wish to underscore the amicable alliance between House von Valancius and House Winterscale, it will be fitting to pass that honor of burning the Governor Medina. However, the choice is yours. Allow ordinary people. My sincerest apologies, your ladyship. No thought could be further from my mind than incurring your anger. Let the ordinary people through, you say. I'll see what can be done. I don't know if that's going to make things worse, or if that's going to make things better, but
of a world, I am the rogue threat.
We'll find out. I mean, their vetted people didn't prove very well last time, so I don't know if I can make it worse. Oh, who's that? They look fancy. We got another one. Guard, he's obvious to pick out. Most of them look like ordinary crowd members, except for like that one I pointed out. There was one at the back who looked kind of fancy. We should see them again because they generally repeat. Oh, that looks a bit of nobility. Oh, Master of Ceremonies. Ha. Hello, your ladyship. Glory to you. Glory. A motley group of modestly dressed people hurries towards you. Grateful citizens wish to present gifts of to their redeemer. For whatever reason, you know for certain that right at this moment, the gaze of Aurora's dead, empty eye sockets is fixated against the back of your head. A thought surfaces in your mind, not a voice inside your head, no, a mere thought. They're all going to die, befuddled, deprived, never having seen the truth. And it is all because of you, enemy mine. Address the soldiers in the cordon. Those in the cordon exchange perplexed glances, but their trained discipline prevails and they turn towards the spectators, preparing to lead the crowd away. What? They're coming out of the darkness. They're stealing the light. The darkness is insatiable. Behind them, behind these thieves, an ineffable eye follows, watching. Arg. I'm sensing something boundless blue, golden, dark. What? Something has come in Domin, an unholy death contrary to his will. Behold the final dawn. Oh. But he just burnt the heretic. Like I wasn't expecting to have the tank for the fight, but it could have been nice if it got one shot off. That would have been glorious to see. That was a bit of a shame. Of course, having the tank for the fight would be even better. A tad one-handed, mate. One-sided maybe, but one-handed. Well, one-handed for them. Alright, so, yeah, we've been attacked. Shock and horror. Of course, I have played this through before. And so I, wasn't expecting anything else. Oh. Fire everything! No, don't shrug. Unload those macro batteries. Unload the lance cannon? No, it's not called a lance cannon. Lance battery. They've stolen the sun.
Oh, what an amusing attempt at defiance!
Chaos.
Captive. Under pressure. Da-na-na-na-na. And so we have these lovely circles of warp power, which of course all the enforcers will run through. There's not a doubt about that. Creature gains immunities to horrors of the warp, and they might also start dark praying. Right, hang on, let's turn that back off. Oh, I wonder if... No, that's not going to happen, is it? If only this one would maybe open fire. Anointed cultist, anointed cultist, anointed cultist. Okay, a couple of acolyte cultists to the side. They're a bit more dangerous. Anointed cultist. What have we got down this way? Anointed leader of cultists. Hey, we found the big boy. And fanatical old man. Well, hello. So we do have a couple of allies. Right, so what do we have? We have Argenta. We have an elderly citizen who I assume will just run away. And then we have Cece. So, fire starting cultist. Fire starting cultist. Right, I don't like those. Acolyte cultist. Anointed. Acolyte cultist. Right, so. What's the point then? Who gets to go for them? What's the order? Oh, then eventually we get fanatical old man. He's going to lay waste to everybody. Leader of cultists. Acolyte cultist from here. Anointed cultist from... I'm not sure how much I actually care. Where is he? He is down here. And then Kibala, Idira. Right, so Kibala and Idira. the Kibula this way. He's going to charge off in this direction. Anointed, 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 anointed. It's just trash. Dira's going to zap these guys, hopefully kill all 4 of them. We'll decide what we're going. Right, so... come and stick yourself in there. You are then technically undercover from most everything. And then we have a couple coming from this direction. Heinrichs. You can't see. I don't know. Because we've got the small amount of allies on this side.
Oh! Take you.
Oh, I didn't know that happened during a setup. Interesting. Alright then. CC, you're going to get to go quite early. Let's stick you in here. You're going to definitely aim in this direction. And Cass... I mean, this thing provides pretty good cover from the things behind us. I'm gonna go and stick you in here. I mean, that kind of leaves her open from this quarter, but this is all trash, so not too worried about that. Same with the deer. I think I might be sticking her potentially behind here, or maybe behind here, because again, got this lovely tank in the middle providing cover, so I think that's how we'll go. Nice, we can get all 3 of them. So let's go to there. Let's concentrate fire. And let's burn the heretics. Fire starting cultist. Have a bit of that. Let's do it again. Oh, that's a bit annoying. It's going to take 11 fire damage. I'm assuming not immune to fire damage, even though... it's going to take 8. It's going to take 9. What a beautiful number that is. And let's... Fortunately, she is now out in the open, but for the death of 3 of theirs, I will potentially take it the leader. I will look to take down shortly.
I can handle this. Don't touch me.
I assume armed with nothing. No. Just gonna... wait. Just gonna run up to people and potentially punch them in the face. Let's...
oh, a genius at work.
Move any damage against my own guys for the first turn, as I always do.
Another one is shattered.
And she sounds so upset by that. Okay, that is the leader of the cultists. Very dead. Take that to be a glorious thing. Beautiful. That makes me very happy seeing that fire starter die. That is also this quarter dealt with, basically. That does make me very happy indeed.
Death to the weak.
You should, yeah, be coming after...
I serve the ruinous power. I'll do what it takes.
Assume that was a full miss.
Oh.
What the... Luckily we've got that doesn't hurt allies thing on, you crazy old man. Flippin' heck. Kibula, I want to get in amongst these guys. Not worried about the anointed.
A
dance of blades and shadows.
Dance of blades and shadows.
Death is a blessing.
Very, very dead.
The shadows will see it done.
I want that one dead.
As the tenets demand. Let your soul be purged. Come, the other side awaits.
There is just blood everywhere.
Trust me, death is a blessing.
A charge immediately make an immediate attack against the enemy. The blade damage repeats the combination 4 times against random. No, we're a little bit spread out. Little bit spread out. Now I could send her back into cover, which may not be a bad shout. Means they'd more likely go after Heinrichs or Adira. Two AP left to spend. Right. No, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get anything. Let's turn that on, because I can, and then let's just go backwards. I'll try to reverse some death from aboves. There you go, put myself back into cover. Hi mate, how you doing? Don't mind me covered in blood. Just you carry on enforcing your local law. Come to here, and no?
That is not my destiny.
No, really? Is it because I go above this lovely veil degradation? That's a bit annoying. Can't use any of my abilities because they tip me too far over the edge. What if I equipped as a secondary weapon? Then let's come here. Oh, a lovely rending shotgun.
But of course. Be gone.
Then let's just do that, I suppose. Let's switch back to the staff. And let's mind twitch grenade. It's
Anything
acolyte
else?
cultist.
Out of my way!
Sure. Wasn't much, but we'll take it.
Such is the will of chaos!
Oh, cannot use psychic powers just because of psychosomatic trauma. Oh, okay. Okay, because we, oh, he just ran in and shot a whole bunch of nothing. So if we, from where we are, Word of the Emperor.
I won't object to it.
Oh, we've reached bad times.
But of course, Lord Captain.
We have reached bad times. Veil degradation has increased to its limits. Okay, he will hopefully simply die next turn. Nice. I'm assuming he'll run away and then get killed on his turn, basically. Daring Breach. No, let's do it.
Our foes obliterated. Your reckoning is due.
Everyone, step aside.
I'm done with this one.
Well, we're running out of bad guys, which is fantastic,
I'll put
really.
my psychic abilities to use.
Nothing wrong with running out of bad guys. Mostly actually on this quarter. The quarter I wasn't worried about is where they're all pretty much still standing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then our 8th one here. So that'll be my turn. Oh. Wait, he was supposed to die with a perfect 9 damage. That's a bit annoying. Let us...
I am a navigator, not a scoundrel clad in
2 more dead. He did get hit by... Oh, 3 more dead. He did get hit by Lidler's Stab, but didn't do any damage to him. One is still alive. Let's give...
Isn't this
TC
a
an
job
extra
for the
turn.
serfs?
I could potentially go for guaranteed kill, which might get me a heroic act. Or I could attempt to actually take this guy down. I mean... Which one is this? This will be the one just down here, won't it? You know what, let's go for guaranteed kill. Because this guy gets to go next. Oh, wow. Guaranteed kill. Yeah, right. My words were incorrect. There you go, guaranteed kill. Run, captive, run.
Weapon at the ready.
Don't run through the... Good shooting, Tex.
Strengthens me.
Oh, straight into fire. Spicy didn't shoot me.
I must not falter.
Straight into the warp. Spicy can go into the fire as well.
Follow my lead.
They're not very, self-preserving, basically. There you go. A few more just turned up. Mostly trash. Did we have any more? Oh, we've got 3 more down here as well. One of them's a fire starter, and this one is is bloodstained. Walked into our lovely pool of destruction, and we've got a couple more down here as well. Okay, so we have 1 anointed cultist here. That's going to be annoying. Okay, let's go concentrated fire.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Let's switch weapon. And firearm mastery.
I am his will made manifest.
Then
Strike is a prayer.
simply see...
Doubt is for the weak.
Oh,
I
now.
will not. Faith without deeds is worthless.
I like that. I'm not going to keep shooting the same guy, because I'll keep missing.
I'll do it. That is not the Emperor's will.
Oh, and that is the end of it. That was disappointing. Go to the fire starter, don't get me wrong, but also got some dark prayers going on.
Emperor, protect me. For
Elderly
now.
citizens just running around. Don't run into the warp. Hey Daniel, welcome to the stream. I get to recruit the Space Wolf in Act 3. This is the end of Act 1. It's a little while away. I'm not gonna lie. Act 2 is probably the longest. At least it is the way I did it last time, because I did a lot of the extras in Act 2. You could technically do them in Act 4, I suppose. But I did a lot of them in Act 2, so Act 2 was definitely the longest. I like this game. This is my second playthrough. I'm really enjoying it. We're going for Grim Darkness, which is basically Iron Man mode. But, no, it's really good. If a lot of text annoys you, it is a little bit text heavy. That's the only thing I'd say, is in, you know, writings down the bottom of the screen text heavy. But other than that, no, I really like it. The mechanics and everything are really good. The story's good. It's got a lot of complexity when it comes to leveling up. There's a lot of options. You won't be choosing the same things for everybody. I can guarantee you that. No, wait, why am I running out? Let's just shoot people from where I am. Acolyte cultist. Acolyte cultist. We don't care about you guys. You guys will definitely be dead. Oh, who do we shoot? Who do we shoot? Go for you.
Schemes within schemes within schemes. A genius at work.
When you finish this dark prayer, do not blow people up. There you go. That's all you have to do. So yeah, does Iron Man mode basically mean if you lose once over for good or in one life? I lose once over for good. Companions can go down because companions, in essence, if they go down during the fight, they're not technically dead. They just get a bad injury, which is called a trauma. So yeah, you don't actually you don't lose if you get into that state. Put it that way.
Trust me.
Yeah, you have to get basically all companions down in one fight.
Awaits.
At which point then... wait, yes, let's step on this way. And let's blade dance.
Footprints of scarlet. Death is a blessing.
Then Owl dead. Unfortunately, I don't have any movement left to be able to get to the last guy. Heinrich should be able to deal with him. Okay, let's keep going. So yeah, that's what Iron Man mode is on this. So, ooh, I got over the trauma. Fantastic. Who do we have potentially left to kill? Really, just this guy. Let's come and scream at his face. Oh, we're back into bad.
Was that you? Or...
Give some love to the rest of the crew. Yeah, got him. Oh, going after the old man. Fanatical old man. Heinrich, you're up here. And there's no really any bad guys for you to kill. We get him? Oh, we can get him. Let's stop these dark prayers. He dead. Oh, nice. Yeah, if you're a big Warhammer guy, like, I'd go for it. I've not played Aliens Dark Ascent. What? Hang on, what other games? Obviously, there's XCOM. I mean, that's one of the standards for this kind of game. Heal yourself. Let's just kill this guy.
Me? If you insist, Lord, as duty demands.
5 guys left. One of them there.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Give Argenta another go. Let's switch weapon. Burn the heretic. I'm trying to think. I've played lots of these styles of games. I suddenly can't think of any. And then give CC some bonuses. But no, like I said, honestly, I think this is, for this style of game, I think this is a good iteration of this style of game. Don't you run and hide.
Emperor, protect me.
The Emperor will protect you. Eventually. Don't run into bad things. I mean, why? Why? Good shooting, guys. Alright, we're down to 3 bad guys. And he just burnt alive. Argenta. And that wasn't my fault, folks. I did not set him on fire. He did that himself.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Revel in slaughter. I should have used concentrated.
As the Emperor...
What we got left? 2 guys left. That'll be you.
I can handle this.
Don't run into bad things. Don't run into... Why would you do that? They need to be smarter on this game. They really do. So we've got the guy there. Where's the other last guy? Who is... Ah, right in this corner. In that case, I'm gonna run out to here. Time to shoot this one in the head.
Approaches.
Done.
Another one.
Run and slaughter, run and gun. Then...
Another one is
Done.
shattered.
You've got a squad size of 6. And as for numbers of companions, wow, you're asking there. I've currently got... Because you can also recruit... you can, like, make characters. It does cost what's called profit factor on this game, which, if you keep watching, you'll find out what it is very shortly, actually. Lord Tane, this is X Master. Please start immediate send a... We are en route to the starport. Tane, efference, repeat. Put yourself together, Lady Class, and do not resist. It's a simple technique that will bring you relief. Heinrich leans over at Dira and puts his hands on her temples. Friendly agents of the Inquisition make me so nervous. Yeah, they make everybody nervous. I'm not being friendly. That's happening. It's beyond normal cultist scheming. We can't afford to lose a single fighter. I shall fear no darkness, for light is within me, the light of my faith in thee. I shall flee before no enemy, for there is no enemy more terrible than cowardice, and I shall overpower it. The great dance begins, but I am still with you, Domin. Fear not, for I will not let your soul fall into the clutches of the unclean. If it comes to it, I will be quicker than them. You told me my faith was false. You made me turn away from Aurora. Now what do you say, rogue trader? Who was right? Here it is, the final dawn. Oh, that heretical old man. Hold your tongue, Arild. Dawn or no dawn, I'll die before I let those eyeless freaks maim me. So keep quiet and do as her ladyship says. She'll tell us what to do. Red, black. Not quite yellow and gold. Sorry, black and gold. And lots of blinding white fear. The whole city's quaking. No, the whole world. We must move out toward the starport at once. The shuttles aren't going to find us here, even if the comlink stabilizes, which it won't. We are en route to the starport. Star, P, that, the, stop. Pinning, B, observe. Disappearance of the star from, evacuate. Sounds like a really bad computer voice when you keep doing that. We're not abandoning people in distress. Everyone can come with us. I'm no fast walker, but I will hobble after you. If you get into a fight, it's not like you'll want an old woman to get in your way anyway, and I think there will be more fighting. There sure will be. It looks like some of my former comrades are still on the loose. Sense of alarm is now almost physically drilling through your temples. The fleeting little whispers at the edge of your hearing are sinister and gleeful. That's it. Let's move out. So yeah, sorry, as I was saying. So, as you can see, I chose Iconoclast. You have 3 reputational standings in this. Iconoclast. Yes, collect all this loot, which I don't want any of. Yep. Iconoclast, dogmatic and heretical. You can kind of, you know, probably guess. Pure, impure, and somewhere down the middle. But no, as for number of companions, I'm going to say at least 12, honestly. Like I said, I think I've got 8, not including, I did end up recruiting one at the beginning. But I've got 8, and I can think of a potential 1, 2, 3 more very quickly off the top of my head. And there probably is one I'm missing. Map, how do we go? That's to the starport. So all the way forward until you can't go forward anymore, then left and round in a loop. And there's some loot just in front of me on my right.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Did you think you had one enemy mine? Was kind of hoping. You vanquished Twilight, you cut down Aurora, but she was only one of us. You hear me? There's always more cultists. From the depths of dead stone, from his prison of cold metal, he will rise. The hour is nigh. Sounds fun. Beautiful. You're a... Well, obviously in the title. Do you know what a rogue trader is, Daniel?
The glow of emergency beacons in the darkness is more familiar to me than the light of any star.
We'll try the
Follow
90%.
me, Domin.
Unlocked. Beautiful.
I will guide us.
Where's the last one? We're not going to run off and grab
By darkness and flames.
that.
And you're
Oh, hello, anointed cultist.
Another annoyance.
Oh, a chaos spawn.
Dark powers.
So not trying to give really anything away if you're going to go play the game, because obviously story is king in my opinion. So you are a rogue trader. Kind of start off at the beginning, and you then become a rogue trader. You've then got to stabilize your region, find out what chaos are doing, and stop them. There's also Yukari, Aldiri, and a few other people I won't mention. So you've in essence got to stabilize the, I don't know, sector/expanse that is your home, in essence, whilst obviously everybody else is trying to potentially melt down the world. So we've got 13 bad guys. I'm missing some people. Ah, we've got a whole bunch down. Oh, hello. We've got a couple more chaos spawns. We've got a whole bunch more down here as well, it seems. So 2 chaos spawns on the right, 1 in front of me. No clowns on the left. So, right, we need to be very much aware of that. Now, the guys on the right will take a little while to get to me, which I can play to my advantage. And the guys in front, anointed. Oh, the fire starter, I don't like him. Anointed, anointed, anointed. The acolyte cultist at the back will be a little bit more annoying than anything else because of his ranged attacks. Right, so I'm going to go Heinrich's front and center. Time for you to earn your money as a tank, and let's see how good you are. The rest, the anointed cultist. We are going to kind of send Kibula up and after, and then she can come back for the Chaos Spawn. We shall have Argenta in support on the left. Sorry, that's the right. World's always easier if you know your left and your right. Same as spelling, everybody, which I can't do either. And Cass, yeah, we'll put you in here as support as well. CC, my glorious rogue trader. Unfortunately, none of this counts as cover. But once again, I mean, there's not really much in front of me that I need to be overly worried about, to be honest. So I'm actually just going to stick you in here. Might have to step out. Ideally, CC can snipe that stupid acolyte cultist at the back, which will be more annoying than anything else. And we are, in fact, going to stick you a little bit further back, out of the way, and potentially covered from the right. Again, from in front, not really too much of a worry. That fire-starting cultist, I also want to kill. Unfortunately, though, what have we got? Anointed, Chaos Spawn, fire-starting... whoops. No, the fire-starting... It is that one, unfortunately. There's going to be a little bit of Bernie death coming my way, I think. And then the Chaos Spawn, which is okay. It's the one down here. Okay, they are pretty heavily going before me, though, so I very much do need to wipe enough of them off the map to keep things in my favor. Argenta is going to be trying to do just that.
Death to non-believers.
Hopefully all they do at this point is kind of gather round, because that actually suits me a little bit more.
Chaos guides me.
Oh. He's just going to go to praying. And that was a beautiful dodge right there. Now, hopefully... Okay, yeah, we just got another dodge. This is... It's a good start. It's a good start. Okay, Argenta. What I'm going to do is, if I come to here... he's not in cover. He's dropped to praying. What kind of angles does that give me on attack? Nothing really, annoyingly, for these guys. I can get these guys and miss Heinrichs, which is good. Let's have a quick look at the Chaos Spawn, though. Just double check. He's got the Void Bite ability, Bestial Rage. Whenever an enemy attack deals damage to this creature greater than 15% of its maximum wounds, this creature gains 5 weapon skill and strength. And Natural Armor. Alright, so I kind of want to chip him away slowly, which is a bit interesting. But we are going to go
I'll do it.
where we just said and do what we just programmed, so to say. So let's burn these guys.
Doubt is for the weak. Is a friend.
10 damage. 10 damage is good with a 9 tick of flame damage added on. Now let's
Faith without deeds is worthless.
potentially go for that run gun. And I'm actually now going to change to up here
As the
and see what we can do.
Emperor commands, I act.
We can miss. Well, you know, it was a 12 and a 26%. I can't really be shocked at that.
I'll do it.
And then let's go and gain a nice chunk of momentum. And then that will be our Genta. Oh, no, not straight onto Adira. I wish this I feel sometimes zooms up a little bit, which is a bit annoying. Acolyte Cultist. The Acolyte Cultist at the back is going to get a go. Again, more of an annoyance than anything. Nice bit of dodging going on.
I serve the ruinous powers. Out of my way.
Oh. Nice dodge, but we do need to remove him from being next to
I bring mercy
Argenta,
and
basically.
retribution.
Then we're going to go and... How many ticks of this do I have? I do have 2 ticks.
As the tenants demand.
Let's jump up there.
Trust
Let's
me.
jump back here. Raining
I
Blood.
shall not fail.
Although we're not going to be doing a single attack, so I should have actually done that. No, wait, I didn't do a single attack, did I? I did the death from above, so that's fine. Let's Blade Dance. Okay, he's not raged yet, which is also good because we're chipping away, but in, you know, multiple hits, so to say. And his natural armor has not yet dropped. 70% of his health, which we've got to be close. I mean, half is 80, 75 is 120. So we've got to be close to 70% of his health, so we should lose some armor very shortly. As you can see, Veil Degradation is high, and it's not going to be going down. CC. Hit those two from where we are. We can get through to the back guy from there. How about from there? Yes, let's come into there. This thing isn't actually cover, which is a bit of a shame from down there. But let's jump into there. And I'm actually going to say, let's get rid of the fire starter.
A wicked thought. Flames.
He's more of a problem for me, or more of an annoyance, than the distant anointed. Yeah, let's go and use that.
Within schemes.
Let's go and give myself the opening to simply shoot everybody and go crazy.
A genius at work.
And let's see. I don't think I'm going to be able to. You do lose some stats by using run and gun. That puts me down on 86%. There's still a chance. Oh, I got him. I got him. So there's the anointed cultist started to be taken down. What have we got left? Leader of cultists. Oh, I missed you. He screams. Leader of cultists. 2 chaos spawns. We've got the 2 guys at the back. And will push me up to what? 5? 6? 7? We've got 2 more down here, I think. There you go. 8 and 9. Fire starter and acolyte cultist. They will have to come closer. If I come to here. Can I scream at him back? Can I see him? No, I can't. Not from where I am, anyway. I also can't see these guys. How about if I was to come to here? Can I can lightning spark this guy, but it doesn't quite manage to hit. Oh, it does hit the other guy. That's beautiful. We won't hit a third, unfortunately. Let's come here and let's blind this chaos spawn to begin with, because he's the one that's actually in melee range. Bit of sensory deprivation. Then let's lightning spark this guy. Let's slowly start to do... Oh! Bestial Rage. Greater than 15% of the creature's maximum wounds. I didn't even do 10%. Well, that's a bit rude. And then...
On it.
Let's boost Heinrich's stats for now. Probably should have in fact gone for forewarning to increase dodge and parry, but that's okay. Chaos Spawn starts coming up towards me. As do these fine folk. Cass, no, I'm not going to concentrate on these guys just yet. What I am going to do... Oh, in fact, I say that.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Go and take them down. That is, in fact, the biggest damage to their health I will be able to do. Which is a little bit crazy. And then I am... I'm not going to take out the Anointed Cultist. I'm going to take out this Chaos Spawn. $36 damage. Now, that should have set off Bestial Rage. Yes. He is, however, immobilized, blinded. He's castigating. And damn the Sea of Souls. I mean, like, the stats have all tanked, basically. Weapon skill is got a -30. Now, unfortunately... Oh, no, wait. There's a beautiful singular square. Between these two. Oh, you are joking. They're both just outside of range. What I'm going to do then is... Let's give... Yeah, let's give Adira another go then. And I'm going to simply spark off these guys again. And I should be able to, yes, hit the fire starter as well.
Why did I not foresee this?
Oh, something bad happened to me, though. Or did it? Probably did get... Caused the Perils of the Warp. Perils of the Warp deals 2 direct damage to Adira. Oh, that's okay. That's not much. This is a very perilously warped area. Who actually gets to go next? Can I... It is Heinrich's. Okay. So that is all for Cass. Heinrich's. Target gains 14 strength and toughness until the end of combat. I'm actually going to go and give that to Kibala. Then going to do... Yes.
Naturally.
Word of the Emperor. Everybody gets in that. What allies affected by Word of the Emperor increase their deflection by 1 and armor by 13%. That's since the start of my next turn. And healing. Everybody's actually really good. So let us... Leave Psychic Force. Special attack that counts as a magic psychic power. Deals additional 2 times Psi rating plus willpower bonus damage. But may trigger Psychic Phenomenon or effects of the Warp. I don't... my Psi rating is 1. Plus willpower bonus will be about... So about an extra 9 damage. I'm not going to go and trigger Perils of the Warp for a potential 9 damage, if I'm honest. Apparently he has a 20 tick burning on him. We'll see how that one actually goes. I may as well do Shield of the Emperor.
For the throne's glory.
Because, well, why not? Until the end, yes, Word of the Emperor is until the end of combat. Shield of the Emperor is until his next turn. Okay, we're being shot at. That's not very nice. That 20 damage became 8 damage. And we do have a heroic act to use. Now, that obviously won't get me anything from up there. Though, of course, we do potentially have wrong and targeted. Not that worried about that Chaos Spawn anymore, if I'm perfectly honest. Let's come to here and rapid fire.
Move through me.
Nice, I love that. Rate of fire is only 1, whereas rate of fire for this is 3. We'll use that. I want to use that? Yeah, let's use that.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
7%, that's not much. 27%, that's not much either. Let's simply
Doubt is for the weak.
potentially get a penetrating shot.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Or a miss. Don't like misses. Nice, did a good bit of damage there.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yeah, not bad. An extra 30 damage from the heroic act. This Chaos Spawn is having a bad day. It's funny, he might even die before this main one in front of me, which is a bit odd. Missed. Kibala hit the Chaos Spawn.
Chaos guides me.
So yeah, these anointed cultists are actually going to be the most annoying thing, because we just have to get to them, basically, and then kill them from there. What we're going to do is we're going to do Raining Blood. Then we're going to singularly attack this guy and splash blood everywhere. And then we're going to Blade Dance.
The shadow.
Because that guy's now dead, that
The
guy's
other
now
side
dead, and
awaits.
now there's nobody left to kill. It's a bit of a shame. And then do I bring her to deal with these Chaos Spawn, or do I think I have them in hand? Well, that one does still have 91 health. Or do I just send her to start mopping up these guys? Because they are going to kind of be a pain in the ass. We, of course, do have 3 more guys to mop up down here as well. You know what? No, I'll send her down this way. I'll send her this way.
As honor ordains. Killing brings me no pleasure.
Oh, then of course I can in fact just... No, I can't bring her all the way back because I don't have any points to do it with. That's her. So if he's just gone that way, I think you in here. I'm actually gonna potentially see about starting to take out this trash behind them.
Shadow foes in my way.
The leader of cultists. I feel like the actual visual of that hit this roof, but never mind. I'll take the contact. Let's
Oh, a wicked thought.
entrench. Yes, leader of cultists, come closer, and then heroic act. If only I had a heroic act to use. Nice. There's one Chaos Spawn leveled. Go and blind this one. Sensory deprivation. Weapon skill has disappeared. And you know, let's put forewarning on Argenta. And she is a little bit stood out in the open. I don't think he can reach us, but you just never know. The warp is deaf to my prayers. You're damn right it is. Cass. We are 100%.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Gonna hit this guy for a lovely 31 damage. And then we are gonna give
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
TC another turn so that she can shoot this guy again. Beautiful. Critical hit. Death. What I like to see. And then let's boost the stats of Argenta
I'm
again.
not accustomed to being ordered around.
Have her try and destroy things very, very shortly.
I
Let's
won't
charge. Because we can.
Holy terror, smite your enemy.
Should have...
But of course, Lord Captain.
Could have buffed his arms up first. Do that now.
Naturally.
Oh, Chaos Spawn. Now, it's got a 24 tick. Now, this does do a lot less fire damage tick than it says. That could have also been because of things like armor, but the point is, it should at least do 6 damage.
Death to the weak.
Surprised he didn't kill the cultist for me. Now. Come to here and...
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Eradicated.
No attacks of opportunity. I'm going to assume that's because he's blinded. Oh, the leader's dead. So we've actually got this one guy down here. We've got the Chaos Spawn and we've got the guy hiding up the back.
I'll do it.
It has
As the
reveling
Emperor
slaughter.
commands, I act. Guided by faith.
Let's run forward. Let us
Doubt
see
is
what we
for
can
the
do. We got one of them.
I serve the ruinous
Cuts and
power.
cracks appear on your skin.
Ace the heart next time.
They do. Yes. Get on your knees and wait for death.
Trust me,
He dead.
death is a blessing.
That's him done. TC, we're actually going to use you to remove him from the board. Go for it, and Adira. Oh, beautiful. Lightning Arc Heroic Act. Why not?
If only you knew what awaits.
Yeah, he dead. He also very dead. The only one I actually want to make sure that I get the
There will
loot
be no
from.
peace
Now, I should get
in
them all
my
when I
week.
leave the area, but it's sometimes I've seen it doesn't happen. The one I want to make sure I get the loot from is the leader. There's a telepath's staff and... okay, I don't have any heretics, so I can go straight into cargo. Yeah, this is where we turn the convoy. Oh, hello again. This is just the beginning enemy mine. Yeah, shut up.
Curiosity.
Yep, stick to the
Sings in
left.
my
Let's stick
veins.
out of the warp storms, please. Okay, stick left again. They are coming, one following in other's footsteps. The aurora of the morning and the aurora of the evening. That's nice. And to the starport. There you go. Get the rest of the loot. Exit area, correct. Let us go to the starport and let us get out of here.
If we manage to find an intact shuttle in this burning hellscape, it will be a miracle sent by the God Emperor.
Okay, and so...
important as the Lord Captain, I am certain there will be a vessel waiting where it should be. Surely the commoners know their place in the evacuation order.
Yeah, sure.
I am the rogue thread.
Okay, yeah, no, there is no quick way around. We're gonna be running this,
Oh, what an amazing
Oh.
attempt at defiance!
and we've got another fight. What have we got? We got 6 guys. We've got. It has been ambushed. We've got. I'm assuming that's maybe a leader. We've got 2 snipers and a bunch of trash at the beginning. And why do I feel like there's gonna be a whole bunch of mines on the floor?
Let's get to it.
A rebel agitator. Don't you go agitating those people.
Can I fall back now?
Let's make it quick.
No, we can charge forward. And like I said, why do I feel like I'm gonna go
I am
forward
your
slowly?
Blade and shield.
Yes.
I see what others do not.
Uh-huh. That is a whole lot of explosives. We don't have any ranged weapons on Kibula, so she's unfortunately now just going to stand here.
Out of my
Hopefully
way.
dodging left, right, and center, because she does have a high dodge. Beautifully done.
Scared yet?
Miss, 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 and miss. Oh,
Scorn the pain.
yeah, a few people got hit. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to come up to here. Do I have to stand in it? Oh, no. Come to here. Let's try and disarm this, so maybe Kibula gets a way through next time.
Never doubt me.
Beautifully done. That did take 2 AP. So what we're going to do is simply then... Look at that. Oh. How long of a range is my flamer? Oh, now that is disappointing. Because they are so beautifully lined up. Right, let's try this method then.
Can escape the Emperor's judgment.
We did okay. Raging Woe. Increases enemy's weapon and ballistic skill play +1 as well as damage +1 for every level of Raging Woe on their allies.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Furious Recital. Heinrichs, come to here. And we're going to basically do a mini charge.
Step aside.
We should be good up to here.
Look, over there.
There you go, yes, to attempt to see if there's any more traps going on. Now... Siphon Life. Siphon drains life from the target, dealing 12 damage and healing the Psycho for 6 wounds.
For the thrones.
Do have a little bit of health that needs healing, so we'll go ahead and do that quite happily. Let's then change back to our sword. And what have we got? Defensive maneuvers. The warrior takes damage to gain 13% dodge. Stacks up to 3 times. Oh, very nice. Cass. Yeah, let's just kind of keep moving forward. I'm not massively worried by any of these guys, to be honest. Shock and horror. Only want to hit this guy.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Who is disoriented? No, he's got eagle eye. Fair enough. And I'm gonna go and give... Yeah, CC's a bit far back, unfortunately. Let's give Argenta a boost, and then Argenta
I am a navigator,
an extra
not a
go.
servitor.
And 55 and probably not a lot. Oh, 62. But no, let's try and hit the Rebel Agitator.
This is why I was chosen.
Beautifully done. Run and gun. Let's come and charge you forward. And can we do that again? 81, 81. Doesn't have any ticking damage on him, unfortunately, which is such a shame. Now, that'll be all for Cass. Dira, can we get off a Psychic Scream against... We can.
Cover me.
Oh, and of course, yes. Bonus damage goes to the next target. I've forgotten all about that, to be honest. Can we... Oh, we can. Goodbye.
The witch must be appeased.
Done and done. Let's get a little bit of extra experience by just... Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is CC disarming things? Can you tell me she's got the highest demolition?
Genius.
That can't quite be right.
I am your shadow.
I'm there. Done.
It's funny, they can only do it one at a time.
The Emperor favors me today.
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
Are there any more about to pop up? Don't. The guard, who is kicking something. More guards. Turret was placed in a great hurry, but the Technomat never had the chance to activate it. So I assume he's simply trying to kick it into life. What's this guard got to say for himself? Stop sniveling. Recruit, you're addressing a rogue trader. Your ladyship, permission to report. We've been posted to guard the field infirmary. The governor and Sergeant Malgar are over at the landing pad planning evacuations. Yes, of course. Planning evacuations. Oh, a nice cheeky save. Not that it really matters in Iron Man, but okay.
The madness.
Let's wander on up. Wow, we have people crying. Nobles holding their nerve, as always. The stench of Physaline and blood blankets the starport. Echoes of shouts and gunfire drift over the landing pads. The shards of plexiglass crunch underfoot. You recognize Sergeant Malgar amid the crowd huddled next to the shuttles. He was the soldier who greeted you upon arrival to Rykard Minoris. A group of bloodied and frightened people is wedged between Malgar's wardens and the shuttles. You recognize them as the governor of the planet and the members of his high-ranking entourage. Their expensive attire has been torn in the fight, and many bear wounds left by bayonets. Examine the people in front of the shuttle. Some of the nobles are paralyzed with fear, others have succumbed to despair. 2 corpses are lying on the ground with their arms outstretched. Black blood has pooled under one of them. The other skull has been split open like a nut, encircled by a pinkish crimson halo of blown bone splinters and bits of brain matter. Sergeant Malgar demanded an immediate report of what is going on. His face a twisted grimace of anger. Our esteemed governor and his gang of cronies have been cowering behind us, and now, when things got rough, stop hitting them. They thought they could Scarpa and leave us here to die. We've shed our blood for him and broken our backs to provide for him, and after all this, you think that's fair, you piece of grox. Malgar's stun baton hits the governor in the chest, causing adornments on the governor's uniform to jingle in unison. No, 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 don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything. Okay. Oh, the governor spits out blood and opens his mouth to respond when his head explodes. His body falls limp to the side, his remaining eyes staring upwards. Why did his head explode? The chorus of noble screams cannot drown out the sergeant's spiteful whisper. Enough, you've said your piece. For generations upon generations, the noble of this world cared for Rykard Menoris and ensured the prosperity of its inhabitants. And this is your gratitude, peasant. For killing a nobleman, you deserve to be executed where you stand. My mentor was right, the rabble truly have no honor. We don't have time for this, we need to get to the shuttle now. Okay, we're gonna go for persuasion. We don't have a dogmatic following action because we're not dogmatic. I don't know why you stick up for these parasites. They never would have helped someone like me, but they don't deserve to die either. You're right about that. Not all of them, at least. The escape. Protect the shuttles. A dull thud comes from deep within the starport. Heavy footsteps shake the rockcrete, raising an unpleasant tremor. Your bones. Dum, dum, dum. Everybody pull out your weapons.
You thought you had killed Aurora. False believers. Trip. For I am Aurora. I am the herald of change. Behold the final dawn and die!
Another annoyance.
Can I choose no?
To the devout shall the sacrifice be gifted.
I mean, I'd like to choose no. I don't feel like dying today. If it's okay with you. Minimum rebel, minimum rebel, minimum rebel. Then we have 3 more minimum rebels back here. And we've got him, which makes 7. Who's the 8th? Where's my 8th? Where's my 8th? Where's my 8th? Rebel leader gunner. Right. PC, he's yours. So, let's talk run and hide. He has a glorious two-handed ranged heavy weapon. A heavy bolter by the looks of it all. He also has charge, powerful kick, exhilarating speed. MP is increased until the end of combat. Combat Master Black Carapace removes all dodge penalties from power armor. Switches negative effects. Becomes staggered instead of suffering stunned, or cannot attack effect. Becomes slowed instead of immobilized, and suffers the side dampening effect instead of psychomatic trauma. Also, the creature is immune to prone. Whenever Chaos Marine is targeted by perils of the warp, it gains an extra turn. Ouch. Right, so first off, it has that lovely weapon. When being attacked, this creature will unleash their hatred against the last attacker. Okay. The Chaos Space Marine will attack the target marked as hated by Aurora. Got it. So we can kind of choose who he attacks a little bit. This will have, yes, a lovely cone effect, same as my bolt fire from Argenta. Argenta is going to come wide this way. Let's actually stick you in some cover around here. Cass, get in there. Dira, get in there. Heinrichs. Now, this is where it gets a little bit hard. I need to not be in a spot where he can get us in. Oh, don't get me wrong. He technically can completely because he can just move. But at least not from where he's standing. And at least not where he can potentially get 3 of us. I'm going to put Heinrichs here. He could technically obviously line us up if he runs all the way forward, but... And he should stay in my range as well. And then Kibala... Let us... I'm going to stick you back... here. Again, he can run back here and start lining... Like, he can get a triple line up there, but I'd like to think that's got a low chance of happening. And so it does go him, and then... Those 3 at the back, they are all melee. These guys are also all melee. It's just this guy up here. I did see a ranged weapon. Yes, he has a sniper, shock and horror. And then we have Kibala. So Kibala can hopefully remove these 3 from the board before they get a go. And then all of us. Okay. Oh, he's immediately just going sword.
Focus, Ban Callux. Focus.
Show me what
It's a pretty devastating opener. Mostly as well because Heinrichs is down, which is very annoying. Let us...
Death comes in silence.
2 dead.
As a tenant's killing brings me no pleasure.
Okay, I've still got 2 of that left.
1 foe or 100.
Beautifully
I
done.
will kill them all.
Resolve is increased by 1 to the end of combat, so I should have pretty high resolve by now. So I've got a lovely +6 going on. So that's all of those guys dead. Not go next to
The shadows will see it done.
Argenta. Let's stay 1 step away. He parried. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, now of course he does also have very high armor and pretty good dodge. Well, kind of okay dodge actually, not great. But his very good deflection as well. We very much need to drop that down. Hated by Aurora. Yes, got that. And then the rebel leader Gunner.
Let's get to it.
He's going to be more of a pain in the ass than anything else. Argenta. Now, of course, if we step away, we get an attack of opportunity. Use a force grenade, we'll get an attack of opportunity, to be honest. So let's... I'm just going to have to risk it for that chocolate latte biscuit. So let's take a step back here.
Rejoice in battle!
Yeah, fair enough. Let's go and heal ourselves.
Injuries will not slow me.
That gets rid of the bleeding effect and the injury. And then... I really don't like that Heinrichs got knocked over. It very much upsets me. Oh, hang on. Good, we're going to miss all of my allies because we don't have
Faith without
the Archmilitant's ability on yet. And let's gain a tiny bit of momentum. We are now hated by Aurora. CC, you will not become hated by Aurora because you are going to try and take out this annoying guy. 86% chance.
See.
Got him. See if we can get him with some run and gun as well.
Within schemes.
Maybe? Nope, there's a miss. We will turn on the Archmilitant's ability. And that will be CC. Heinrichs is gonna... Didn't even pick himself up. Oh, it's for 1 round. I thought it would have just gotten up on his turn. You were going to lower his
this a job for the
stats.
serfs?
Take 1. You go. He just lost 100 health. All of his stats have come down quite a lot, and his willpower has plummeted. Can't quite. Come around to there. Then. This is going to make him want to kill Cass, which I actually don't know how much I like that, but. Try. He has to do a willpower resistance test, and his willpower has been destroyed.
Was that you? Or
He goes sensory deprivation. He goes weapon and ballistic skills have also now plummeted. So we've in essence tried to neuter him in all essences. His armor, his dodge is almost non-existent. His armor's gone down by a good amount as well. His deflection, unfortunately, not. But let us analyze the enemy. Okay, beautiful. That was nicely done for that. Let us analyze him once more. And then let us lower his stats.
will do.
Nice. So with that, we've managed to drop his armor by a further 20%. Again, unfortunately, deflection still exists. Then we really want to bring him. I don't really want to bring him this way, though. He's coming for Cass anyway. So I may as well. Yeah, why not? Let's just redirect him to Adira. Unfortunately, my attack order's a little bit, a little bit not good. Well, he's got plenty of effects on him. Let's see what he can actually do.
Caught by the web.
Beautiful. Heinrich is now standing again. Okay, he's come back because... Oh, wow. He's come back because he couldn't reach... Oh, no more... That's bad. No more medkits on Argenta. Let's switch weapon. Oh, we don't quite have a heroic act. It just got taken away from us. Let's concentrate fire. Let's burn him.
I'll do it.
Wow, a whole 3 damage. That's not great.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I'll do it.
Wait, a 13 damage. That's a bit better. Yes, unfortunately, we can't lower that deflection. Here's a bit of a shame. I take this guy out. 76% chance. And even if I hit him, he could still be standing.
Genius.
Not that I hit him. That's really annoying. He could actually very easily take out Argenta, as an example.
Schemes, schemes.
We're not going to go extra go
schemes.
on... we're going to... Okay, no. Keebler doesn't get to go until next round. Let's... Wait, let us come forward a bit. And we'll use Word of the Emperor
I'll put my
on
psychic
us.
abilities to use.
Going to
I won't
heal
object to it.
Argenta. Take a step forward. We'll make me a
I need a
smidge stronger.
foothold.
And then we'll just hit him.
The Inquisition
For a whole
sends
7
their
damage.
regards.
Could take a whole extra go, but I'm not going to do that. Because what I do actually want to do is... Yes, right, so Keebler's going to get an extra go. First, I'm going to
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
hit him with some psychic powers. Then I'm going to give... Can't quite give Heinrich another go. I can.
If I may.
Voice of command. means that I can get him with an extra
I am a
go.
navigator, not a servitor.
Then I'm going to increase
But of
Cubula's
course,
strength.
Lord Captain.
Then
Naturally.
Field of the Emperor, that's you. Then you are going to give Cubula her go.
In the name of House Orselio, I shall prevail.
You are going to... We don't have any... Okay, so we're going to come to here. Don't have any death from above us. Come to here.
Trust me. I would that I could.
You can, and you shall.
Let your soul be purged.
Chop him up, and then continue. Chop him up.
Is a blessing.
I embrace death without regret.
You're dead. Cass, that's you done. And then I don't think I'm going to be in range by a friggin' nuclear mile, quite frankly. Okay, then let's just have you where you are. Let's simply stick you in cover. Probably just going to go after Argenta again, yes. Well, she dodged. Have a bit of that. Bring her to here. Let's switch weapon. Wait, is there anywhere... Can I not get a shot on him? No, he's going to be too far away. Okay, let's just go and...
God Emperor, move
stick you in
through
cover
me.
just
Be
in
the fire
case.
in my heart.
He's staying there. CC. Way to get a decent shot on him this time. Still 76 only. We improve those odds. What if we come around this way? Nope, still only 76. Alright, let's go for it anyway.
A wicked thought.
Come on, let's just finish this.
Predictable
Thank you.
downfall.
I mean, the fight is over, let's be honest. Let's take all of the loot. Let's gather all of the rubbish. And then, of course, let's come up here and gather whatever this guy's toting. And then we'll, Revel sniper rifle. And then we shall
There
get
will
out
be
of
no peace
dodge.
in my wake.
The void ship bridge, to the void ship bridge, to the void ship bridge. Alright, so we can use either this shuttle, we can use this shuttle, or we can use this shuttle. Well, unfortunately, they all look the same. So I was going to simply take the prettiest one. But that's not an option, because they do all look the same. So I will simply grab one and get out of here. Alright, so we protected the shuttles. We should be able to get all of those fantastic nobles out of there. I don't know if the sergeant's still around or whether he just got brutally murdered by that word bearer that just popped up and started to decide to kill us all. But yeah. Alright guys, let's get out of here. Yep. Marks us out once again. Thanks be to the Emperor, you are alive, your ladyship. We are most gratified by your return. And the crew is full of zeal. Excuse me. A little bit of hiccups and air since drinking so much. The crew is full of zeal to carry out any orders you may have. What is the current situation on board? The Navigator's Sanctum is no longer empty, but the warp engine is still refusing to obey the Engiseers. Without it, we cannot perform a warp jump. It may be angry, or perhaps it is lamenting the injuries it has suffered. I will immediately initiate preparations for a prayer service. If the Honour grants me comprehension, I will appease the machine spirit of this vessel. What's happening on the planet right now? Our auger operators are reporting numerous uprisings and other manifestations of the arch-enemy's power at various locations on the planet. Based on the fragments of communications picked up by our Vox operators, there is practically no resistance being offered by the Governor's forces. Millions of people are converting to the blasphemous Final Dawn cult en masse and assembling in prayer circles. Do we have any hope of retaking the planet? I fear that Riker Minoris is lost. The situation is deteriorating by the minute. We must leave this system as soon as possible. However, there are still people on the planet who have not succumbed to heresy, who are worthy of rescue. Besides the small number of our own shuttles, we also have the shuttles salvaged from the starport. We must save as many as we can. This has all happened for a reason. Saint Argenta, whose name I carry with reverence and trepidation, is famed for saving the people of a dying world through the power of prayer. The God Emperor himself sent a star from the heavens that lifted the saint and her followers up to the sky, away from corruption and death. We must do as she did. Direct all our efforts to saving those people who at this moment look to the heavens in hope of salvation. The lives of peasants are of little value. Our prime objective is to save the holy relic, the miraculous fusion reactor, the electro priests who guard and tend to it. Every moment we spend in proximity to the dying world, we are putting ourselves at risk. Your life, Lord Captain, is far more valuable than all of Rykard Minoris. The Von Valancius dynasty cannot be allowed to perish, and so, lamentable though it is, we must rule out the idea of any evacuation. The world is doomed, and its inhabitants along with it. The disappearance of the star was the final nudge towards death, the finale of the cult of the Final Dawn's plans. I once witnessed a similar event. A world that had surrendered to the servants of the archenemy and permitted corruption to enter too deep. At this moment, millions of people are bowing down before those who promised them salvation, and they are willingly given over their souls to chaos. A sacrifice great enough to bring forth a demon world. Our only hope of stopping this process is to retreat to a safe distance from the planet and conduct targeted bombing of the Electro Priest's monastery. If we blow up the reactor, a thermonuclear reaction will follow. The world's oxygen will evaporate, killing off the entire biosphere. In doing this, we will save millions of souls from a fate far worse than death. We will save Rykard Minoris from becoming an outpost of the arch-enemy. Only death can rescue these people. The Undying One has reached out his hand to this world. It's time for him to reap his harvest. We must not reject his design, lest millions of names never reach him, and instead perish in their depths of the Imperium. Death is a mercy, Domin Sisi. Whatever fate you choose for this world, I urge you to make haste, Lord Captain. The planet is burning in raging flashes of crimson and purple. I can see it from even from orbit. As do I see that the storm is upon us already. With every moment that we waste, it grows ever more difficult and perilous to steer the ship through the warp's turbulent currents. I'm with the lady on this. Enough talk, we need to get out of here whilst we still can. Okay, so we're not going to go dogmatic. Which of the planet's inhabitants can we evacuate? Why can we not try to evacuate at least some of the people? We will not waste any time on this world. Pull back and begin preparation for translation to the warp. Which of the planet's inhabitants can we evacuate? The nobles you rescued at the starport have given their coordinates of shelters where we can find surviving. Decided to offer help to all who needed it at the starport, aristocrats and their families. As for Sergeant Malgar's troops, they will help to control the crowds of frightened commoners and prevent the shuttles from being overloaded. Thanks to you, we have salvaged many shuttles from the starport that we can now use. I'm going to get the miraculous fusion reactor this time. I think last time, because I was playing dogmatic, I simply blew up the planet. I think this time we're going to go for the miraculous fusion reactor. Any delay caused by loading and transporting to the ship will cost us precious time. Do not deceive yourself, CC. If you indulge your vanity, you will doom billions to eternal torment at the hands of the arch enemy. Do not forget yourself, Interrogator. One more objection from you, and I shall forget all about the need to deliver you to Footfall alive. Wow. Iconoclast plus 15. In that case, I consider it necessary to point out that the mark of the arch enemy could infiltrate the ship with the priests escorting the reactor. Keep that in mind for the future. Consider it done. It is likely our shuttles will have capacity to evacuate some people as well. Nobles deserve to be saved above all others. Target the commoners. Ooh. We're going to go for commoners. Consider it done. This will bring us to the limit of our capabilities. We have no more shuttles to use in this evacuation. But because I saved all of the shuttles, I'm assuming, anyway, that means I got to not only save the electrodynamic Cenobium's reactor, I also then got to save some commoners. I assume if I hadn't done the reactor, I could have saved, for instance, the commoners and the nobles. etc. I got 2 out of 3 instead of 1 out of 3 because the fact that I saved the shuttles from the starport as opposed to just having my own. The bridge is in upheaval. The Technomats' prayers mixed together in a senseless cacophony while servitors work hastily to remove a hardened crust of sacred unguents from the warp engine's components. In the middle of all this tumult stands Pascal with the data slate clutched in his hands, seemingly disconnected from the flurry of activity around him. Why don't you can assume control of the Technomats? It would only be a hindrance. I am searching for a way to rectify the error. Through heed the word of Magos Hanuman. Thank you, ladyship. You are right. Tech comrades, heed my instructions. The mayhem immediately subsides and the crew's actions fall into some indiscernible logic. The Omnissiah's servants start working in sync, and the binary clamor becomes a symphony of reports, which the Magos coordinates like a skillful conductor. Admirably done. The Omnissiah guides me. Prayers of the tech priests surrounding the cogitator almost drown out the sounds of the bustling bridge behind you. Pascal, poring intently over the data slate in his hands, extends a McKendrite towards you. Please take your place at the cogitator, Lord Captain. Step up to the cogitator. The huge machine in front of you is lit with dozens of vid screens and hundreds of lumens. The blinking lights and endless rush of symbols and digits on the green background make your eyes water. A vague sense of alarm simmers in the depths of your mind. The typical reaction of a layperson when confronted with the magnitude of the Omnissiah's creation. Among the numerous controls, you see the mouth of a cyber gargoyle, the same as at the gate of the warrant chamber. Servants of the machine god, heed my command. Acolytes, prepare the incense instrumentation for the liturgy of machine spirit propagation. Senior Technomats, recite the prayer to generate a current data report. Operations will be marked with the Campanological Protocol Omnissiah Rejoice. I must inform you that for the purpose of safety, complete reassembly of the warp sextant and updating its datasmith blessings are required. If this is not done, then at launch the volume of aggregate calculation errors could result in the destruction of the data crypts. But as we do not have 100 hours at our disposal, we must omit this procedure. A minor deviation from the rite of operation for the sake of appeasing the spirit. What must I do? Place your hand inside the photo of the cogitator guardian, the cyber gargoyle, which has been assigned to guard the forbidden data crypts. The dynastic blood extracted from your veins will serve as the key to the data core where the machine spirit dwells. To it we will offer our prayers so that we may bypass the protective protocol for defective connections and launch the warp sextant. The laws of the Omnissiah know no exceptions, and so in this ritual I will remain at your side to placate the wrathful machine spirit, in whose abode you will be intruding. Follow my liturgies, Lord Captain, and may we receive his blessing. Place my hand in the mouth. The metal jaws clamp down on your hand, breaking your delicate corporeal sheath and releasing warm red liquid into its gullet. At the same moment, the image on the vid screen before you changes. Connecting, 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 success, access init, nom os operate resp ACT. On my authority, I revoke the inviolable protocol of the warp engine. Reach out and touch the keys on the instrument panel. Input, pack, comp, nom, logi, check, init, sector, nom, os, operating. Lord Captain, please, you will anger the machine spirit before we have removed the restriction. By my authority, I revoke the restriction. One of the cogitation vid screens turns red. Pascal sees this and raises his hand, signaling to the rest of the tech priest, and withdraws a connector from his sleeve and connects it to the machine. Servants of the Omnissiah, make now the offering of cleansed data crypts to the machine spirit so that it may be filled with their true and calibrated data. May the Omnissiah have mercy on our souls. In meek solemnity, the acolytes offer up the cleansed data crypts to the warp engine one after another, repeating prayers of exaltation. After anointing the contacts with sacred unguents, Pascal inserts them in the cogitator's slots. Your head begins to spin from the holy censers, foul-smelling clouds of smoke, and from the loss of blood that the cyber gargoyle continues to drink from you, and the world swims before your eyes. Let the mechanism waken in renewed purity. Pascal enters a sequence of commands and raises his head. Watching the vid screens, suddenly he stops dead. No. His fingers fly over the command runes, entering command after command. His McKendrites flicker their pincers, pull at one lever after another. The vid screens fill their strings of symbols. Completely incomprehensible to you, but clearly conveying something to the Magos. Say nothing and do not interfere. After a few seconds, one of the data crypts mounted on the consulate begins to emit sparks. A moment later, another data crypt does the same. The next bursts into flame and gives off foul-smelling smoke. Around you, the Omnissiah's servants break off from their prayers, and someone bursts into frantic pleading. The massive errors in the warp sexting's calculations is destroying the data repositories. The offering did not appease the ship's spirit. The warp engine cannot be filled with the motive force. We are trapped. Perhaps an alternative Ryzen protocol, or an emergency launch of the auxiliary coils. Somebody in his poison movements reveals his desperation. While the other vid screens are filled with more and more strings of symbols, the monitor in front of you blinks and its static image changes. Pascal is too engrossed in his ritual to notice. Read the information on the vid screen. Stab true, stab false, stat check, inish, perturb, reg, disturb, reg, nom, os, operating query. Machine spirit, can you hear me? The constellated servant creaks quietly in its joints, a sound that is drowned out by the Boneric hymns and the tapping of command runes. Prompt, ping, rec, resp, injury, rescue, query. Machine spirit, this is the Lord Captain of this vessel. Obey me and start the warp engine. O hallowed machine spirit, in the name of the Omnissiah and the Emperor, reveal unto us your power and guard us against our doom. Lord Captain of this vessel, obey me and start the warp engine. That was a non-executable request, Lord Captain, even if the voice receptor could interpret such a... Pascal's neck vocalization goes unsynthesized as he sees the vid screens begin to stabilize one after another. The strings frenetically galloping across the green background are replaced with stable images or regular updating status reports. Only one monitor remains inexplicably red. Registering warp sextant activation, registering data stream stabilization, registering 0 data errors found, reporting. The warp engine is ready for translation. I'm also reporting evidence indicating a Category 3 miracle fulfilling the criterion. Thou shalt witness the mechanism that toils in glorification of its function and in defiance of deactivation. Lord Captain, Raver here. The crew are almost finished carrying out the orders given earlier, and I've just received confirmation from the engineering halls. I don't know what you did, but the warp engine's up and raring to go. We're ready to begin the translation to the warp, your ladyship. Lord Captain speaking, I give the order to commence translation to the warp. Waiting for you to ascend to the captain's throne, Lord Captain. May the Emperor protect us all. The machine spirit is on my side. Is it bad if I stand on my phone and say engage? I mean, you know, wrong universe, maybe, but hey.
Attention. Preparation procedures for warp translation have been initiated.
Have been lowered. Let us translate to the warp.
The Von Valancia's flagship made its way out of the doomed star system. As the void ships plunged deeper into the Corona's expanse, the rogue trader's subjects bid a formal farewell to the late head of the dynasty, Theodora von Valancius. Having paid their last respects, the crew gathered their strength and braced themselves for whatever was to come next.
I like we're missing someone. There. Heinrichs, Argenta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, Cass. Obviously in the navigator's quarters. Lord Captain, allow me to report our journey through the warp is coming to an end. Lady Navigator Orcelio informs me that we have reached the point where we translate to real space in the Furibundus system. The Lady Navigator and her pilots are awaiting your permission to begin the process. The Furibundus system is home to Footfall, the only Imperium outpost with a functioning wharf in the Coronis Expanse. The tech priests are begging you to have mercy on the machines worn down by the warp and to allow the servants of the Omnissiah to inspect and heal the void ship's wounds in the dock. The prayers and rituals will take some time, which our Aspect Choir will use to establish a connection with the prime worlds of your protectorate, Dargonus, Janus, and Kiava Gamma. Master Zachary Weiss has recovered an invitation previously adrift in the Immaterium. The Liege of Footfall has humbly requested an audience with the rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. According to Master Zachary, the message was tinted with shades of pleading. I quote, "Apparently the Liege is anxious to meet as soon as possible." Footfall, the place where filth and sanctity go hand in hand. Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso will most likely expect a visit from me. I imagine he will be interested in talking to you as well, CC. I will be leaving your void ship when we arrive on Footfall, CC. Once that is done, consider the Lord Inquisitor's task complete. Your ladyship, young Yvain Windscale, has asked me to convey his gratitude for your hospitality for saving him from certain death. Not wishing to outstay his welcome, he plans to disembark at Footfall. Lord Yvain swears he will not forget his debt to you. I hereby inform the rogue trader that during the comprehensive system inspection right, this unit discovered the data clusters within the captain's cogitator that are concealed from prying eyes by means of a personal cipher and a sacrament of algorithmic authorization. Unit CC von Valancius has been added to the access list and assigned the identifier Keeper 2. This unit can access the data from a captain's cogitator provided that she possesses the decryption key. Argenta, who is the Reverend Hieronymus? He is the head of the Drusian mission on Footfall and one of the most prominent clergymen in the sector. Paying him a visit is a good thing for any loyal servant of the Emperor to do. I assisted his mission before I joined Lady Theodora on her voyage. I need his blessing to accompany the new rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. If you wish to have me aboard your void ship, I request that we meet with Reverend Hieronymus. The shed blood has washed away the taint from our bodies. It is only right that we now wash our souls with the blessings of the servant of the Undying One. The Drusians, like the blood-spun web, are devoted to asceticism, rejecting wealth and luxury and surrendering themselves to his service. Though their thread is different from ours, the first spinner spoke of them with respect. Are you leaving us, Heinrichs? The arrangement between the Lord Inquisitor and your predecessor was that I be transported to Footfall and no farther. I dare not take advantage of your generosity and patience any more than I already have, CC. You are a skilled fighter. Thank you for your offer, but I must decline. I am afraid my duty to the Golden Throne comes before everything else. But just tell me about the system we are arriving in. Furibundus is valuable due to its close proximity to the Maw, the gateway to the Imperium. The system is mostly known for Footfall, the main base for merchants, privateers, and rogue traders traversing the Coronis Expanse. Additionally, the star itself is orbited by an Adeptus Mechanicus station, which is off-limits to outsiders. Alter Templum Calaxis X-17. I had the honor of tending to this shrine for a few thousand cycles. I suggest you abstain from visiting it, as most tech comrades at the station are engaged in meditative calculations that should not be interrupted. What do I need to know? It is the largest port and the trading capital of the Coronis Expanse. There's a dockyard that will allow us to inspect and repair the void ship, and it boasts its own astropathic choir, the Coronis Expanse Communications Network. Not to mention pirate hideouts, smuggler caches, and forts belonging to a dozen gangs, groups, and factions. In the Coronis Expanse, the Imperium relies on this as its outpost. The fringes of humanity's domain rarely resemble its central worlds, but so long as Footfall serves the God Emperor, so far as it can, it will be considered a citadel of the Imperium, although I have heard that the tithes it sends are underwhelming, to say the least. Due to Footfall's remoteness, it has developed its own rules and customs. Many of the goods that can be procured there would be considered heresy in the heart of the Imperium, enough to warrant summary execution. Moreover, Footfall is the domain of the rogue traders, who transcend certain Imperial laws by virtue of the warrant they bear. What about after Footfall? As soon as we solve the issues plaguing the ship and establish contact with the key worlds of your protectorate, the time will come for your Magni Accessio. the official ceremony of donning the mantle of the rogue trader. It is mostly a formality at this point. You already possess all the privilege granted to you by the warrant, and yet it is a major milestone in your personal history. The moment your name graces the list of heads of the Von Valancius dynasty. We are all looking forward to that day, Lord Captain. Abelard, what do you know about the Liege of Footfall? Palladium Tokara is a very peculiar young man. Consider your upcoming conversation a baptism of fire in Footfall's political arena. Such things are not spoken out loud, but Liege Tokara is the appointee of the Casablanca Commission, the largest robber baron crime syndicate in the Calixus sector. They specialize in the cold trade, and buying and selling of all kinds of Xenos rubbish. The illegal trade of commodities and artifacts of Xenos origin. The Footfall was previously run by a liege who did business with several criminal factions at once, but he suffered an accident. The reins of power were picked up by Vladium Tokara, whose appointment benefits not only the Casablanca, but also their most powerful ally in the Cronus Expanse, rogue trader Kalagos Winterscale. Vladium is a slippery yet very cautious fellow. He does not usually beat around the bush and does not play mind games. Perhaps more importantly, he is no fool. Fools do not rise this high in the Casablancan hierarchy. Keep all this in mind. You are a rogue trader, you stand above him in status and wield considerable power. Having said that, history has seen cases where the Casablancan barons crossed swords with rogue traders and emerged victorious. Do not forget that and remain vigilant. The Casablanca, vile tech thieves. Why does he want to see me so badly? Not you personally, he wishes to meet with the rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. Kara does not know about Lady Theodora's death and is simply seeking an audience with the powers that be. My gut is telling me that something must be very wrong on Footfall if our astropath managed to read such strong emotion in such an anodyne message. We have no information, Lord Captain. The broadcast from the Footfall Astropathic Choir was the only missive Master Zakari has received lately. Okay. Let's leave the war. Victus begins issuing instructions. The massive ship appears to change with her every word. The bridge is set in motion as hundreds of people start to prepare for the shift to real space, and measured chanting fills the corridors to safeguard the vessel and its crew. One more thing, Lord Captain. No one at the station knows about Lady Theodora's demise and you inheriting the title. Liege Tokara will be informed. It is required so we can use the dock, and besides, he is expecting a personal audience with the rogue trader. You will not meet with an unknown person of unclear standing. However, there is still the matter of announcing your arrival. Either arrive on the station with the proper pomp and ceremony or choose to visit it incognito. Tell me how these choices will benefit me. According to Footfall's unwritten laws, rogue traders enjoy special privileges that exceed even the power of the Liege. However, they may choose not to exercise those privileges in certain situations. Arriving incognito will give you more room for maneuver, while an official visit will allow you to directly intervene in local affairs. I should explain if you do not mind. As per this unwritten rule, every rogue trader arriving at the station has the right to veto any of the Liege's decisions. But there is a catch. The Cronus Expanse is home to several influential rogue trader dynasties, and Footfall is where their interests intersect. Of course, that does not prevent certain persons, namely Kalagos Winterscale, from subtly pulling the strings on Footfall. If you, as a new rogue trader, start your career with an official landing and a parade in your honor, the other dynasties may see this gesture as the newcomer challenging their spheres of influence. I do not see that as a bad thing necessarily. Old Man Winterscale may take slight offense, Corda will be put on her guard, but you have just risen to prominence and most people in the Cronus Expanse have not even heard about Lady Theodora's departure yet. It must be made clear that the banner of Von Valancius soars as high as ever. If I may, I would recommend arriving incognito. You have plenty of opportunities to savor the sweetness and burden of power. Right now is the last time you can take refuge in obscurity. This way, your arrival will not draw much attention, and the people will treat you as a person and not the almighty sovereign anointed by the Emperor. It could turn some situations to your advantage. I will arrive incognito. Will be done, Lord Captain. With your gracious permission, I will return to my duties. End the dialogue. Have the Voxbots brought you anything interesting? Be interested to know that a group of officers was discussing a grim rumor over lunch. Word has it the apparition of Lord Captain Theodora has been sighted on board lately. Yes, you heard right. They say she is haunting the decks, dragging wayward crew members off into oblivion. This quiet has spread throughout the ship, as the anomaly has been reported in different sections, sometimes entire kilometers apart. Master Heinrich van Kalox expressed interest in our communication stations and Voxnets a short while ago. The interrogator appears to be very well versed in the matters of sacred technology, and it worries me. A man of his knowledge and in his line of work is capable of discreetly planting his own devices in our systems. We will be vigilant, Lord Captain, but you should try to be more careful as well. Okay. I live to serve. So that's... didn't give us any more rumors. Okay, and as we come down here... Uwe. Valley flinches at your approach. A silent greeting escapes his lips. Ah, right, because he's next to Cass.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversation. I am a part of House Orselio, an ancient dynasty of the Navis nobility. Since time immemorial, our family has served to advance knowledge, pushing at the boundaries of the dark unknown. The Starway Atlas contains 2,843 routes that chart the sectors of the Segmentum Obscurus and reach all the way from the Coronis Expanse to Holy Terra, and uniting the Imperium's thousands of worlds. House Orselio is bound by commercial pacts to houses Galiatis, Ortina, Drotus, and... There is a dark blue knot tightening on your neck, Lord Captain. I can see my reply is not satisfying your thirst for knowledge. What is it you desire to hear exactly?
I'm going to ask a few personal questions.
You have my permission, Lord Captain.
Never lived anywhere other than Urek 5.
Hardly. According to the chronicles of the house, I was born on one of the Orselio worlds. Oh, what was it? Please forgive me, Lord Captain. My childhood memories are too vague. Sometimes I dream about the colorful birds that built their nests in the garden, or the servants dressed in purple livery, or the blue fog that rolled over the lowlands behind the palace. But everything is covered in a rosy haze. Perhaps it is my imagination, not my memory, that is painting these pictures.
Your third eye, do you always conceal it?
The Navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding stars of humanity, found worthy of an uncommon gift, and one of the duties that we bear is to guard our eye, even from wayward glances that may bear evil. Besides, I am aware that lesser servants of the Imperium may find our appearance repulsive. The Navigator gene twists the features the rabble are used to seeing, and the magnificence of our role cannot be grasped by their feeble minds.
Do not look repulsive.
Perhaps my appearance does not terrify you right now, but this will not always be so. The Navigator gene is unstable. My body is going to change over time. And only the God Emperor knows exactly how.
Tell me about your life on the station.
My stay on the station was wholly dedicated to preparing me for my future duty. Astromancy, astrography, numerology, the histories of my house and the Imperium, as well as other disciplines. For many years, dozens of instructors tirelessly prepared me for my destiny. And once a year, Great Regent Alronto would come to the station. He would entrust his beautiful vessel to my command, so that I could master the practical aspects of our art as well.
You have any friends?
The Regent gave me a bird from a sunlit planet once. I tried to befriend it and make it sing, but for some reason, it refused, and died soon after. The instructors were too respectful of my duty to my house to waste precious time on idle chatter. Aside from them, there were only servants on the station, and you know they have their vocal cords removed, so they cannot break their vow of silence. And since the subject has been breached, Lord Captain, why do you not follow this honored tradition? Your decks are so garish. Apologies. I meant noisy. The rabble don't just chatter. Sometimes they shout and even sing. Why do you allow such a lack of restraint? Rogue traders are highborn, are they not?
Ruler cannot maim people just because it is in their power.
Your words sound amazingly blasphemous. If a ruler's duty dictates the need for violence, would dispensing it not be their responsibility? I will contemplate your answer in solitude. You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain.
Right,
I have
I will
enjoyed your...
leave. There you go, so we've started to learn a bit more about Cece.
Greetings.
Thank you for your conversation. We've got nothing more out of Argenta. Henrik Montag. Enough for now, Einrich. So I'm going to guess there's not really going to be much. The only other one I am then going to quickly go into... In fact, let's check Abe. Good old Abe.
Lord Captain.
Yeah, no,
Lord
nothing
Captain.
else. Nothing else from Abe. High factotum. Okay, yeah, no, we can't, obviously. I don't think we can. Hang on, let me double check. You think of our fellow crew? Yeah, no, we can't. They can't do the trading yet. We should get that after we've visited Footfall. IH 630. They're, you have a very strong reaction to what Argenta said by the broken lens.
It was just my nerves playing up. Something about our little saint doesn't sit right with me, and I trust my gut. Oh sure, she seems straight as an arrow and as predictable as a hangover after drinking. But when I look at her, something about her makes my brain itch. After that conversation, I tried to listen to what was being said about her. Beyond the door, what I heard was strange. Blood in her past, twilight in her present, and something like a star leading her. But where is it leading her? I saw several roads, and all of them frightened me.
What does it all mean?
If I knew, I would have told you. Hearing things clearly requires cooperation from the other person, you know. But that cobra just hisses and spits its venom at me. I don't trust her one bit.
Think I should keep an eye on her.
It certainly wouldn't hurt. I'll keep a watch on her too. Ugh, if only I knew what it meant. Maybe it means danger for her. Or maybe danger coming from her. Of course.
Okay. We have Cupola down here.
Done.
Take my leave. Nothing too much that I'm gonna go and push through. And the only one what I'm actually looking for. Hey, and Abel's here. We didn't have him in our last playthrough. We unfortunately didn't manage to save him. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. How are you feeling? The running of the binaric protocols was bogged down and dissolved in false commands. The filter has separated correct signals from the incorrect. Running has been restored to its swiftness. Rector, the Abel has passed the diagnostics. The pernicious influence of sacrilegious procedures has been completely eliminated. Statistically, most survivors of schismaticals infestations are left with severe cognitive impairment. However, tech by the Abel's mind, being of a less typical nature, has not been damaged to so great a degree. The naming of names is not an index to the text. The naming of names is the text. Abel's answers can be enigmatic. His mind works differently from ours. He thinks in harmonic imagery and notices the symmetries and proportional relationships in the world around him. Poetry would be the closest analogy to how he perceives and interacts with reality. Abel, could you please explain what you mean? Relaxes a little, his gaze drifts to the side. There is silence. Doesn't matter why your names are the same, what matters is that they are the same. At this point in time, the cycle has been broken and reshaped into a rising spiral as Amanat envisioned. They are connected. My hypothesis regarding Abel's connection to the blessed Amanat has been confirmed. Working on. We catch The soul of the light in the solar wind, we look for the footsteps the Omnissiah left when he walked the desert. This is the oinoromantic computation procedure. The depersonalized minds of these machine servants are in the data stream, possessing enormous arrays of assorted data and aggregating them. Virtually all results of such synthesis are scrapped data, but occasionally we have noted coincidences whose exactness defied logic. It's an extremely rare and venerated form of statistical augury, but Tech Brother Abel is adept at performing at this form of appealing to the Deus Mechanicus. Look for logical connections within the data. Most of the runes are devoid of any meaning, but you notice a few among them that combine into formulae and computational graphs. Abel peers at you inquisitively, then shifts his gaze to the vid screen, and you could swear that a smile lights up his face under his respiratory augmetic. A crystal is exquisite in clear water. Deviation from the cycle's trajectory has been increased, as was Amanat's wish. Abel lowers his head, and his Vox synthesizer broadcasts a generic hymn you do not recall having heard before. Its sound is full of vibrant energy, and its precise rhythm is nothing short of pleasing to the ear. A rare thing for the language of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Tech Brother Abel has dedicated a lesser aria to you. The piece is distinguished by a high degree of acoustic harmony, and is fit for the use as a motto, auxiliary, identifier, or epitaph. Thank you for your generous gift. The gift is disproportionate, but it does signify a personal affinity. Back to the sacred machine. The hair has been removed from the servitor's head. Their bulky cerebral augmetics cover their skull like helmets. The faces of the Cogitator servants are blank. Their eyes are closed. Their lips are incessantly whispering what sounds like gibberish. Hundreds of lines and symbols containing information scroll down the Cogitator's vid screen. Why do you do it? Is how we execute the quest for knowledge in the hope that the machine god grants us epiphany. So what we may discern a logical connection in a mass of absurd data, which will propel our comprehension forward. Must take my leave. I am glad to see you. Good. Pascal.
The Omnissiah knows all.
Know the truth about you. The request is approved.
Approved. I did conceal certain information. I was a student of Archmagos Amanat, but I committed an act of betrayal after he deviated from sacred dogma. He fell into schism and challenged the sacred boundaries of knowledge. The blessed Amanat claimed the limits of what is permitted must be expanded, because by refusing to explore certain law, we find ourselves in contempt of the seventh universal law. Comprehension is the key to all things. My mentor put forth a thesis claiming that we have stagnated, that ritual is now nothing but a cage for souls and false worship of the Omnissiah. He sought to break the cycle of mindless repetition because he saw the inevitable demise of our faith and all humanity at the end of it.
Seems like a theological argument, not a political one.
Even those who have ascended to the Omnissiah's wisdom still bear the seed of imperfection born of their flesh. But the ambitions of individuals mean little when we discuss ritual and belief. Knowledge is divine, and any argument as to how it must be reached is an argument of ritual and belief.
How did you betray him?
The teachings of the blessed Amanat spread, and word of it reached the conclave of the Cognizance fleet. They recognized his teachings as tech heresy. Many tech priests suddenly vanished or were subjected to servo penance for minor transgressions. The students of Amanat, whose number included many enlightened and respected tech priests, resisted. My prognosis showed that our most likely future was a schism and a fratricidal war that would destroy the Cognizance fleet. That was when I headed to the conclave. I confessed and handed the information about my mentor's research over to the Conclave. Brazen anthematic studies of the Forbidden Law. The Conclave could use that data to summon Archmagos Amanat to stand trial and compel him to repent on pain of excommunicate traitoris. His subsequent fate is unknown to me. I pray that the Omnissiah grants us wisdom to overcome the dialectic differences that divide us. I was summoned there by a message that was encrypted with the Blessed Amanat's personal code, and could it be interpreted in several ways. One thing was certain. We were in danger, and I had to go to Rykat Minoris.
Tech priest named Abel, who is he?
Assessing his personality is difficult. The spirit of Brother Abel is different from that of most people. Tech comrades of the Cog call such persons quiet ones. He possesses significant intellect, but so far I have not been able to determine why Abel summoned me to Rykat Minoris, how he is related to the Blessed Amanat, or why he bears the same name as me. Perhaps the Reverend Abel cannot fully actualize and interpret the available data.
You do next.
I was wrong when I assumed it was the Blessed Archmagos Amanat, who assumed the guise of Abel Haneman. But there is a connection between him and the Reverend Abel, and I intend to uncover the nature of this link. Acknowledged. I will return to room. May your labors be effective.
May your labors be effective and fruitful. And okay, so that's most on everybody. Had a quick word with. I haven't spoken to Heinrichs, which I suppose I could. But do you know what? Instead, let's just go to that Cronus Expanse map. We'll have some more conversations a bit later. Let's get a little less conversation, a little more action, basically. Lord Gatman! We get reports of several ships moving towards us, judging by the fact that they're not responding to our hails and telling us use a trail of macro batteries. They're not here for a chinwag. Ready to issue orders to prepare for battle at your command. They come from... Why haven't you noticed them before? The rubbish of Furry Bundus, and I'm not talking about the wrecks that are about to open fire. I mean the remains of meteorites, gas clouds, refuse from the shipyards. It all bunches together and the smaller ships hide behind it to harass ships as they emerge from the warp. Ready for void combat. Alright, now I'm not going to lie, void combat is actually one of the things I'm kind of the most afraid of on this game, because I died several times. That's probably where I died the most in this game. There are a few bosses that I'm also a little bit afraid of, but in general, void combat is what took me out the most in this game. So I am a little bit worried by void combat in this game. And don't touch your shores from this group. Close. And, you know, the fact that it could necessarily go wrong. Now, where is the third ship? Oh, no, wait, sorry, there's only two. So what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to put torpedoes on this side.
Drown them in the void.
Potentially aim for that guy. We're going to come to here. And see if we can't... Oh, his shields are just about still holding. Doesn't have very much in terms of shields.
Engage the macro cannon.
Yeah, we're starting to break through. That's annoying. Of course, that's not going to get us. No. That's annoying that we're going through a different part of the shields. Oh, he's decided that it's time to disengage, though, so we don't actually have to worry about this guy anymore. And swing ourselves around to here. We, of course, are not going to let him get away. Oh, what's going on here? What do I have? on Calamity's Promise, Voidfarer's Inspiration. The flagship weapons have a plus 10% bonus to critical hit chance. Nice. Of course, my rear armor is the weakest. Did manage to... I just can't get him. Well, in that case... Oh, whoops. Wrong button. In that case, let's just come and destroy this guy. He dead. Kind of, yeah, I do need to do a hard turn. In fact, why don't we... Yeah, let's undo that. Why don't we swing run? That also turns him against my forward shields, which are all fully intact. I can even hit him. Let's do a little bit of damage. Then move. Oh, what am I doing? I'm exposing my weaker side to him. That was silly. Well, let's have him come on. I mean, this is pretty much the tutorial fight. He shouldn't pose any damage. Not real damage. Oh, sorry, real threat. Although, say that, and now he's getting behind me. So we're also on his open side. Beautiful. We did take...
I have missed this feeling.
Probably more damage than I should have, to be perfectly honest. Oh, we have mostly repaired, though. Let's repair the rest of it. There you go. We made a profit of 2 scrap, because we made 32 scrap. We have a Dead World. We have an Alter Templum Calixus X17. Drusus's Blessing, and Footfall. Begin our scan. Nothing of interest. A little bit of experience gained. Station's airlocks have been sealed from the inside. A Vox recording is stating that the priesthood of the Alter Templum Calixus X17. Sanctuary have no desire to communicate with the laity and are refusing access to guests on the basis of the Adeptus Mechanic's privilege to inviolability, granting them sole jurisdiction over their sacred sites. Sorry. So let's go say hello to Drusus's Blessing. Lord Captain, we have the flagship Drusus's Blessing with a small escort dead ahead. They're requesting a direct Vox channel, patching you through. Greetings, Lord Captain. I am honored to speak with the rogue trader of House von Valancius. May your name be known through the ages. Chartist, Captain Osterius Thorfast, bearer of a free charter of the merchant fleet. How can I be of service? We develop supply routes for Chartists. You see, my ship is a representation of the merchant fleet in this part of the Imperium technology. Yet, we do not have a fixed charter-defined trade route. Our mission is to establish business contacts with Voidfarers in need of regular ship repairs and those who are interested in specialized goods. Where do you source the components you sell? Are you asking me to disclose our suppliers to you? Well, frankly, they come from both everywhere and nowhere. Get our wares either from lucky voidsmen who stumble upon an abandoned or dilapidated ship somewhere in a neighboring system, or from unlucky ones whose sorry tub arrives on Footfall in such a state that it's easier to take her apart than to restore her. I would like to know more about their operations. For the most part, all the Expanse has is fleets of different organizations and small flotillas of merchant ships. Uninterrupted communication between worlds is a matter of life and death for many outposts of humanity. So even in this dark corner of the Imperium, there are Chartists and ships assigned to various Adeptus. Alas, the Expanse has next to no stable trade routes, so the job can be precarious at times. Then again, no one is more intermittently familiar with the hardships of local commerce than a rogue trader. Let's have a look at your catalog of components now. Scrap box, we're going to go and get all 7 of those. As we can, quite frankly. Now, the one on the right, 90% hit chance, 5% critical. Go and grab that. Jovian pattern class 1, 13 speed, well, low acceleration and braking. I prefer to keep high. We have torpedo tubes. 4 plasma, 19 damage. We've already got one of those. Mazoa lance weapon. We already have one of those. This amount is doubled against enemy blast attacks. Now I'm going to have to remind myself what each type of enemy damage actually is, but we'll grab it for now. I have a pop factor of 21, so there's not really much point in trying to upgrade this to the next thing. I would be able to get a repulsor shield against enemy kinetic attacks. I think that's actually the one I want. I think blast attacks might just be... Wait, blast attacks I think might be torpedoes. I think kinetic attacks are things like macro batteries. But I can't quite remember. I'd have to double check. Yes, I'd have to remind myself. There's no peace among the stars, is there? Drusus's blessing. The Imperial Navy reputation. They want basically trophies, and unfortunately I don't. Oh, I do have some of them. I suppose that would be Void Pirate trophies now then, wouldn't it? And they are the only ones that take these trophies, so I may as well give them up. Doesn't get me to the next level, but like I said, nobody else takes them anyway, so let's not worry about that. Thank you very much. It's been great to trade with you. Now, if I look at my inventory, come down to the ship. So we're probably going to keep the 80. However, we will replace the Auspex with the slightly better version that can be added to cargo. And then, of course, if we actually go to my inventory, I assume the scrap box has just got opened. I can assume that as well. I do have quite a lot of scrap. I'm going to go and assume that is correct. And so, the only place left to visit now in this sector is Footfall. Your ladyship, something sinister is unfolding among the survivors from Rykad Minoris. There have already been several cases of evacuated refugees being found either dead or dying. All of them had been blinded using various means. I fear there is reason to believe that there were agents of the cult among the people who came aboard. I knew the anathema would not fully release its hold on those doleful souls just yet, then let us march and drive it away. How are they quartered? How are they supervised? The serfs and planetary wardens were assigned to 2 auxiliary lower decks. The commoners are riled up and frightened by the calamity, so to keep their senselessness in check, we only assigned those of sound mind to work and pump sedative gas through the ventilation into compartments holding the rest. The venerated Praetor Electroid Dar Impulse 6 and his retinue took refuge in one of the engineering bays, or more accurately, they barricaded themselves in. The white servants of the Omnissiah are fearful beyond measure that ignorant laypeople might damage or offend their miraculous fusion reactor, so they cloistered themselves in their own personal fortress. I need to know more about the killings. 11 bodies have been found thus far. The first victim had their eyes burned out with a gas torch. The second had acid splashed in their face. The third was found wandering around on their last legs with metal pins sticking out of their eye sockets. They died before we could interrogate them. The rest were killed and disfigured in similar ways through blinding. No trace of killer's identity was found. It will be done, your ladyship. If I may interject, there is no need. The interrogations have already been conducted. I put the enforcers on alert as soon as the first body was discovered, though I decided not to disturb your ladyship until I had the results. Well, now I do. We have already arrested, let's see, 4 perpetrators at the scenes of the crimes that had yet to take place. Those are not murders, they are suicide. What? At the scenes of the crimes that had yet to take place. Those are not murders, they are suicides. Explain yourself. The people we apprehended were about to blind themselves and end their own lives. I am confident that all who perished did the same. When questioned, they all said the same thing. They are haunted by the sight of dying Rykad Minoris. Even in their sleep, they still see the same horrific picture, so the sad wretches would do anything to make this nightmare stop. Perform cleansing liturgies. Certainly, Lord Captain, except I'm afraid it is not just the refugees. 3 out of the 4 people we arrested were members of the crew. They watched Rykad Minoris die, and it left their minds scarred. We all bear the mark of that dark catastrophe, for it was the attention of the ruinous powers that branded our very souls. May the God Emperor have mercy on us. You were warned, your ladyship. It is regrettable that you did not listen. He wants to get himself thrown out of an airlock. That's all I'm saying. I mean, people are dying, and it's like, hey, I was right. Live with it. It's like, no. No. You annoying bugger. Not how this works. Not how this works. Anyway, carry on to footfall. Sure, we'll have... Okay, that was a bit weird, because I hadn't actually made footfall on... or landfall on footfall. Footfall on footfall. The usual... No, not Abelard. Oh, because yes, Heinrichs has disappeared. So yes, Abelard. We will, of course, get Heinrichs back, I think. I think we'll be able to get him back. I mean, we had him for the last playthrough. I can't remember quite what the circumstances were. Should get them back, and welcome to Footfall, the glorious station on the edge of nowhere. It's about as lawless as it gets, whilst not quite being heretical. Here is my beautiful shuttle. I get a clap and a bow. Your ladyship, forgive me for not welcoming you with the appropriate obeisance. We were told that you prefer to arrive on Footfall incognito, so we are trying to attract as little attention as possible. I am here on behalf of the Liege of Footfall, Lord Vladimir Tokara. Liege awaits the chance to speak with you at his residence. But if you happen to have other business to attend to, I can serve as your guide and tell you about the station. This is so familiar. Behind the amber-coloured scattering of words of welcome, far less appealing hues lurk, murky and diluted. The look of someone accustomed to lying and hiding their intentions. Someone's coming, and they're coming for us. Watch out, Lord Captain. Abelard sighs and casually places his hand on his weapon. Address Idira, who's coming. Judging by their voices, there's a lot of them angry. They've got teeth, but they aren't that sharp. Their strength is in their numbers. Pray, what are you talking about? What could you mean by such a cryptic pronounce? Da-na-na-na.
How's this for a warm welcome?
It'd be kind of nice if we could occasionally actually stop some of these situations with Idira's Idira's divination, because we seem to get these divinations and we seem to get told about these things, and yet we never really actually get to do anything about them. But anyway, who gets to... Oh, Idira gets to go first. We have an armored Anva, who is this guy, and we have a... Oh, we have bloodstained Amelia. I thought that had said 1,200 health then. I was about to say that's a bit rich already. An heck. Idira, I'm actually going to stick out this way. Kibala is going to come this way. Genta, let's stick you there. Cass, stick you in hiding there. CC, stick you behind there. And where is Abelard? Oh, he's all the way back here. I'm going to stick you up there. Actually, and Abelard is a few levels behind everybody, because I need to do everybody's level up. Now, Idira. We are simply going to straight up. Go ahead and zap these people. And of course, as the damage gets passed around, as it goes above the norm, we killed 3 instead of 1. Armored Anva, Anva Thug. We're down to a lovely 14. Armored, Thug, Thug, Thug. So that's just literally a group of 3. The Boss Lady, and then Thug, Thug, Thug. Alright, alright, alright. Sensory deprivation. I can't see bloodstained Amelia. So let us go for
Anything else?
Armored Anva. Let's deprive him of his senses, and I am going to say forewarning on Kibala, who is about to go for a merry old waltz into enemy territory. Beautiful dodge.
Look out!
Beautiful dodge twice. And a removal of cover. CC. And thug, and the thug, and the thug. So the thugs go next. Do we have anything that can blow up in the midst of them? It doesn't look like it. Okay. Blinds all enemies. It can also 10 fire damage and burning for 6.
Let's see.
Let's throw that grenade. Okay, the Amber Thugs should all be dead on their turn. Well done, CC. Oh, we have forewarning. Several people have forewarning. Interesting. What have I got to do with my Iconoclast rank 2? We will turn this on.
What if?
And I'm actually going to entrench.
A genius at work.
Argenta. Let us switch to my flamer. That's a little bit annoying. Let's not come there then. Let us
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Ah, damn it, I forgot to do concentrated fire. I was so concentrating on getting them into the fire
As the Emperor commands, I act.
that I forgot to concentrate my shot.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Keep burning the heretic.
Doubt is for the weak.
Out of my way.
Oh, we got some Angler thugs down this way as well.
Another one is shattered.
They all died. Dodged.
Emperor, give me strength.
I simply go and melt these guys.
The navigator's might.
That's them all dead. He's now on fire for 6 damage. He should be dead soon. Let's go and lower
If you
her
insist,
stats
Lord Captain.
considerably. And I want to give an extra gold. All the way down. We're down to 8 people. I've got 3 here, 4, 5, and then the 3 at the back. Let's. I'm gonna say Adira, actually.
Navigators are feared.
And I wonder if I probably can't see them, let alone reach them. No, I cannot. That's okay. Not sparking any of my guys.
Anything else?
Come and continue to do a beautiful amount of AoE damage. Look at that. Due to damage being passed on, they both sparked out as well. We're down to 4 people. Bloodstained Amelia is not got long left in this world either. And
On it.
prescience on Kivala. Sensory deprivation. Forewarning on we say Cass. And we're just gonna leave it there. Put voice of command on Argenta. Oh, Abelhard. How nice of you to join the fight.
duty go hand in hand.
Alright, I think Bloodstained Amelia's going to die on their turn. Ebola. We don't even know the route anymore. Let's jump in the middle of these three. Onto a lovely bit of fire.
Let thy blade be drenched in blood, and thy
dead.
blessing flow through my veins.
And you may now scream this person to death.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
And they dead. Emperor, protect me. They killed. Every time I warn them and they go all, Dear Emperor, our Lord and Savior, how could this have happened? Who could have thought? I'm going to say stop quivering. Your ladyship, those guys with the Anvers, they're a gang, they're the worst, I'm telling you. They're scared of no one, not even Liege Tokara. Does this kind of thing happen often around here? Shooting? Yes. Attacks on nobles? Not very often, unless it's the Anvers. They're vicious. Not a week goes by without them killing and gutting somebody. They're wicked heretics. They respect nothing. They follow no rules. Go and report this to the Liege. I'll just go report to the Liege. They killed her. They killed my lady. Oh, this is terrible. They did. Now, what loot was she holding? Wow, we're picking up everything. Chainsword, combat shotgun, and a weighty axe. Right, hang on. Everything to the left. We'll keep the combat shotgun. No, not an axe. We don't want an axe. We want a... Let's hold one chainsword for now and a weighty axe. Because that might be of use. But most of this is all trash, so... Select all. I assume that included... Yep. Bloodstained Amelia and everybody else. Well, in fact, no, I don't think it was quite everybody else, but it was a lot of people.
Curiosity sings in
Right.
my veins.
Goods here. We need no rules or leaders. We are not an organization. We are a force of nature. ANV. Hey, come on, guys. Get turning. Get turning. What do you think this is? A break? Get on with it. Anyway. Sicarian Rust Stalker. Does that not just look amazing? We do here have Opticon 2-2. The tall hunched tech priest stares at you unblinkingly. A breathing mask conceals his gaunt features. The skin on his hands is of a sickly grey hue, while his augments show signs of combat damage and are plated in black chromium, giving him a general air of lugubriousness. Initiating identifying procedure, this unit is defined as Logos Opticon 2-2 and is a fully authorized representative / structural part / of the Cognizance Fleet and the priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links, trade deals, donations. Initiating official greeting procedure for esteemed high-value visitors' glorious success to House von Valancius. Requesting information exchange regarding contractual obligation, Logistar Theta. Under the contractual obligation in question, 34.761 Terran cycles ago, the Explorator Cognizance Fleet received from representative authorized units of von Valancius Dynasty a volume of high-grade promethium equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Tantalion Void tankers. Received it and then didn't pay. Compensate, remunerate, settle the accounts. Should I go on, or is that enough synonyms? The stipulated payment reciprocal offerings from the Cognizance Fleet can be made to von Valancius assets at the current time, after which the contractual obligation will be fulfilled, archived, confirming your status regarding acceptance of the payment reciprocal offering. I will gain a mobile extractium, or I will gain reputation. I'm going to take the reputation. No payment is needed. The request is accepted. The contractual obligation Logistar Theta is concluded. The Cognizance Fleet thanks House von Valancius for its cooperation. The status of its unit's request will be increased. The friendship of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus is interested in considering expeditions, cooperating with rogue traders. Under the terms of the Treaty of Mars, it is willing to provide services to von Valancius Dynasty. The priority of service tasks can be raised if diplomatic links are strengthened. Any samples of sacred technology, samples of profane xenotech, miscellaneous items. Reminder, storage, study, and or disposal of the aforementioned objects, with the exception of 3 miscellaneous items, is the preferential right of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Is willing to pay for information on planets studied by the rogue trader. We will also accept information about planets in the Cronus Expanse. Expanse that have not previously been recorded in Planetary Register. Wish to make a trade deal. Okay, so we have a profit factor of 21, and we are all the way up to reputation 4, thanks to that glorious bit of trading. Right, so, however, it's reputation level 5. That does get us... I think we've got the equivalent of that bolter. It also does get us a Weber. That'll only cost us 600 more reputation. So let's have a quick look. Is there any random nonsense I can go and give him? Let's go for... I mean, Mechanicus Creations, I feel, might be a unique one for him. That's 400. I do need 650. Can we get another Mechanicus Creations? We cannot. A Miscellaneous will give us the 50. And... those ship components will do. 650. Trade. Come back to trading. Does now allow us to grab... although, wow, no, we could grab this anyway. Let's grab the medikits. Grab the stims. We can grab some deflection gloves. These gloves allow the wearer to parry melee attacks with a ranged weapon using ballistic skill instead of weapon skill. That's not bad. Machine right set. A target designator. Whenever the wearer hits an enemy with a dead-eye shot, it reduces the enemy's deflection by -1 and applies +1 exploit until the end of combat. And mobile extractiums. We will come back to those. We do need a bit more profit factor. Let's get the bolter and the Weber. Unfortunately, we are just short of the Chirurgian's manual. Grants the owner +6 to Medikai. It also grants a plus toughness bonus MP after using a medkit. Probably not that fussed by it, but we'll have a look. The Will to Live. One-handed force sword. That's, yeah. As you can see, it's all zeros because it's giving it off CC's stats. Hopefully those are going to be a little bit better off Heinrich's stats. So that is actually quite nice, and we wouldn't mind that as an immediate thing. Omnissiah's Axe, obviously good for Pascal, but we're not really using him. Using reload for any weapons costs -1 AP less. Yeah, that's not a bad little thing. Precise lasgun. Probably not. Large medikit. Don't think that'll get rid of trauma. Nope, just fresh wounds and old wounds. So those are kind of our immediate things. I mean, obviously things all the way down here, but they are quite a long way away. Heavy emergency cutter. Okay. A heavy rock saw. I feel like there may be something I'm missing with this because it's a kind of a crap weapon, to be honest, but I don't know. Focus about to go down Fortress World Origin Tempestus Carapace. So nope, that's what we have from this guy. So a little bit more reputation. Plasma pistol again. Probably a little bit better than what I've got equipped to Pascal, but probably nothing too special. Let's go into our inventory. So this unit immediately gains 4 MP and 4 AP for the next turn. Their AP and MP are reduced by -2. We'll dot a few of these around. Oh, you're nice and full. Let's also, perchance, let's go type in ascending order. Let's have a look at our grenades. Have a couple more grenades. Have a better grenade as well as potentially wanting to use a grenade at 1 or 2 points in combat, and she didn't have any decent ones. Oh wow, that's locked in apparently. Interesting. You do actually get quite a few temporary wounds, so that could be very useful on Avalard. Heretical Follower, let's add that to the cargo. And from newest to oldest, go back and see what we have. A life-draining sword, Heretical Follower, add to cargo. Telepathy. I believe I have a bit of telepathy. The wielder of this staff gains the Vision of Death ability. This is also available in its heroic and desperate version. Plus 10 willpower info. I do quite like my lightning strike. Fails a target suffers Psycho's staff power level plus Psycho's psi rating plus 30% of the target's current wounds mental damage. Part of damage equal to 30% of the target's current wounds cannot exceed 300. If passed, the target instead suffers Psycho's staff power level mental damage. Psycho's staff power level, which is... I have no idea. Plus Psycho's psi rating, which is currently 2. Plus 30% of the target's current wounds. We'll leave that for now. I do quite like my lightning, to be honest. Oh, we were actually scrolled down. Stim. Using a ballistic skill instead of weapons skill. That's going to be quite useful for someone like Argenta. Hits an enemy with a dead-eye shot. That would be me. Put it on instead of that. And then if they did not move, we will... Rise Conviction Heretical, plus 4 maximum wounds when Veiled Duration is above 15, plus 10 toughness. Each round the wearer regenerates wounds equal to 2. She is my only heretical character. And it's, you know, pretty nice. Really. Argenta with the bolt rifle. Oh, yep, a slight improvement. An extra rate of fire. Increased max damage. Very nice. The Weber. Targets hit with this weapon must pass an agility resistance test to become immobilized for 1 round. Probably won't be using that in the slightest. 7 to 11 damage can add... Okay, no, weighty axe. No use for that. Either combat shotgun. Now, who was wielding my shotgun? I think that was actually Heinrich's. We'll keep that around for him. Chainsword, I have a feeling this is going to be rubbish. Yes. That to the cargo. Rebel sniper rifle. Nice, 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 nice. Hasn't got the dodge reduction. Has increased over penetration. Go solid shot sniper rifle then. Hidden auto stimulant. Where it did not move. Go and grab that. Adira is kind of getting a bit tankier now. Getting wounds repaired from everywhere. That can go to cargo. Oh, pistol will keep for a second. Against enemies with less than 50% wounds left. No, we'll ignore that for now. Improved armored body glove. I don't think that's going to come into effect. We'll keep hold of it for now. Stub carbine can go to bolter, can go to cargo. Officer's chainsword can... let's send it to cargo. Okay. Oh. Sniper rifle times 2. I'm only going to assume that's really not as good. Let's send that to cargo as well. Shotguns can go to cargo now. We'll keep that actually on for a second. That will actually be useful to someone. Spinner's blade. Don't think is going to be useful to anybody. Slight spinner's breastplate. Yeah, that can now go to cargo. Mars pattern sword can go to cargo. Right. Cargo. Cargo. Wait, what? No, don't equip. Connect. Silent verdict, please. Go to cargo. Right, there's a little bit of cleaning up. A little bit of sorting out. Then we have some levels to go up. Now this is a pretty big moment, ladies and gentlemen. We have to pick our next thing. Archetype. Now we have gone soldier. Arch-militant. The Arch-militant is a formidable master of warfare, able to blend various weapons and styles mid-combat. Be it melee or ranged or anything in between, the Arch-militant is the best at it and becomes stronger and stronger with each second battle. Now, do I want to go Arch-militant? We get things like steady superiority. To the end of combat, the Arch-militant can make one additional attack each turn, including one additional attack on the turn this heroic act was used. First attack after this ability and each turn afterwards costs 0 AP. I mean, that is quite nice. That's just an AP increase. Devastating attack, reckless rush, wildfire. Pick confident approach. I mean, I don't know because she's very much not going to be melee. We're not going to be going Master Tactician, definitely. So I'm thinking probably Bounty Hunter. And that's what I'm leaning in towards. Think. I mean, I'd see the merits of Arch-militant, but I don't know. I mean, you could go Arch-militant, I suppose, and ignore melee. I mean, we have things like has 4 or more stacks of versatility. The Arch-militant removes all slow, blind, bleeding, burning, and toxin effects from themselves and becomes immune to these effects, as well as stunned and prone for as long as the Arch-militant keeps cautious approach effective. Gains 5% dodge and parry for every stack. And then there's confident approach. I mean, you've got wildfire. The other ones are, I mean, like reckless rush, devastating attack, which can be done from range. Kick, of course, not really gonna be coming into effect. I do, of course, have 3 of these to put on. Is it just 2? Sure, it's 3. I'm sure I'm missing something. But anyway, so I could go through this, and then we have the available talents, which, you know, would be... It's not actually showing them to me, I don't think. You know, increase my... What's the point if I won't really be getting stacks of versatility? Yeah, I won't really be getting any stacks of versatility, so I'll always be doing the same thing. So I suppose Bounty Hunter is the winner for that one. And that's where things really do get interesting. The Operative, now Executioner is more... more focus, damage over time effects, melee damage, negative effects, crowd control, a large number of wounds. Again, we're not going to go Strategist. Could go Bounty Hunter. Not going to go Assassin, most definitely. Whenever the execution inflicts damage over time effect on the target, which is already suffering from an effect of the same type, the target immediately suffers an additional instant of damage from the initial effect. All damage over time effects of this type on the target, including the one just inflicted and the ones that will possibly be inflicted later, have their level increased by +2. This bonus stacks. Will damage out to enemies by damage over time effects. And I don't know how much we're really going to be... Execution's melee attacks inflict 6 levels of bleeding on all targets hit. You know what I mean? We're not really going to be on melee. And so I feel that's potentially... You know, this is the Blade Dancers one, I think. I think it might end up being Bounty Hunter again, to be honest. We're going to go and put that on for now. Obviously, I can always respec. You get to respec 2 or 3 times for free without it costing you any profit factor. She, on the other hand, could become Arch Militant. But once again, I think we're going Bounty Hunter. She's going to be more two-handed weapons. You know, we're not really going to be bolt, pistol, and sword, I don't think. We're going to be things more like flamers and bolters. So we're going to go Bounty Hunter once again. I suppose we would get a bit of versatility. We will be doing single shots. We would be doing area ranged and ranged bursts, so we would get a few. I don't know, maybe that'll be one that I do come back and reconsider and go into Arch Militant. Now, yeah, Vanguard, 100, no. Master Tactician, probably not. We're going to go Grand Strategist. But now, I didn't really... I don't know, we'll go for now. I didn't think too much of it, but I really don't think Master Tactician or Vanguard fall into her skill set in the slightest. Executioner, so we get the ability to add bleeding, and if the target of the executioner's next successful attack is under any damage over time effects, this target will immediately suffer 3 instances of damage from each of these effects. There you go. So we are going to try an executioner with Blade Dancer. I feel like that's how it's supposed to go. And then, we have to do a lot of warrior first. Let's come across. We potentially have Epicenter of Slaughter. Cautious Disengage, Crowd Kill. When it takes damage, they gain 11% dodge. This stacks up to 3 times. Potential, actually. Very, very big potential. Whoever the warrior parries and attack, their next warrior archetype costs. Yes, that's actually very nice. So it's guaranteed critical hit with Reckless Strike, 100%. And you are our Carusa. Let's go and add that in. Grab some toughness. Yeah, we'll grab some toughness in. No heresy. Against half the bonuses. However, Imperial World characters, Lord Xenos and Lord Warp are always 0. I mean, it's definitely got pretty good call for it. First archetype ability used in each combat by this character is 1 AP less. Then, of course, we can come down here and we can get some agility, toughness, weapon skill. Oh, Combat Master, most definitely. And then Daring Breach. Until the end of combat, the warrior gains 4 MP for each kill and may use MP after attacking or using abilities. Then if we come back, so it actually opens up. Now, you would be going into Vanguard. Okay. That is all of our leveled up done. A much quicker thing, really, than I was expecting. Because I was very much expecting to have, you know, much harder choices. But the fact that it's, in fact, just picking the next archetype without too many... just drop this guy on the ground.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
How do we get behind here, then? What? 1, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 2, actually. So I assume that's a code to open this up. Interesting. Don't remember that from the first one. Ragman.
The best dock on Footfall. It is clean, well equipped, and caters to a higher class of traveler. By local standards, that is.
Colonel, report. I am writing to inform you that 2 days ago the discharge was interrupted by a raid launched by the Anglers Gan. In the attack, 3 loader servitors were put out of commission. Furthermore, 1 cargo container serial number was stolen along with its contents.
A very polite way of saying a filthy hole that's slightly less filthy than the rest, Seneschal.
Yes.
What advice do you seek?
None. Just rob some amber thugs.
As it should be.
They will destination Yanis. It is covered in dust. It must have spent a long time at the docks.
One step at a time. time amidst the madness.
Servitor, goods, good. Let's get as many goods as possible. Commerce, 99%.
I did it?
The frames have been reinforced and their ceiling improved to keep the smell in. These are used contraband. The holy book by the altar, that void damn customs guy. He is always on duty. Does he get any time off? Does he ever leave for a piss? Or is he a servitor or something? Guess what? Hang on by the window. Remember to bow to the Emperor through the window.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Guard. Finest wines from Janus. Aristocrat. Hang up by the window. Remember to bow through the window. Okay. Hangar A1. Okay. Opticon 2-2. Yep, that's that loot just past him. And we've got loot just up here, I believe. Goods. Another pamphlet. Canvas, leaflet. Now is our time, not theirs. Go to their homes, drag them out of their beds, carve open their bodies like carcasses at a slaughterhouse. Wow. That's a bit, The walls of the container have rusted and its contents rotted away. A situation is uncommon for shipments trying to pass through Imperial customs. Life of St. Drusus, Volume 3.
I've read about this.
Small altar, the central spot, has been given to Drusus, a saint from the neighborhood Calixus sector, who is widely revered in the Coronis Expanse. Again, look at these guys. Get moving.
Patience.
What are you doing?
My nerves are frayed.
Rest of footfall. Oh, we have some goods over here. Let's just go grab those. Oh, another leaflet. Now is our time, not theirs. Drag them out of their beds, kill them, murder them.
Do you see that?
Brutally destroy them. Ooh. The wearer and their allies are immune to damage from the wearer's grenades. Ooh. I like that. No, we'll leave it for now. But I'll try and remember commerce, 99%.
As it should be.
It's marked food stuff, but is empty, and by the looks of it, has not been moved in a while. Rank 5, functionary. We passed without a check. An order came through from the leads to let you through. Even if I hadn't, I expect you to be letting me through without a check. Thank you very much. And so, yeah, we've grabbed most of the loot, except the one bit we need to grab a code for, which I will attempt to keep an eye out for. But here we are on the footfall of Footfall, on the front step of Footfall, and that is, I'm afraid, all we have time for. The stream, unfortunately, has come to an end, so we will have to see what awaits us past the actual docking bay of Footfall next time. And so until then, as per always, ladies and gentlemen, what is this wonderful? Oh, that is the map, I believe, of Footfall Station. And so until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed the stream, and I hope you will continue to join us for the rest of them. And so until next time, as per always, this leaves me to say, till we see you again, I hope that you can stay safe, happy, and healthy.